Good day, mates. We are the Oddset. My name's Maddie, Jamaican national team supporter.
Hi guys, I'm Ish, wearing the Mr. Cantona jersey.
And this is the part we dread. The next guy, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, you guys, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Miserable.
My Oddset family, how are every one of y'all doing? Today we gotta eat good. We gotta have buffet. We gotta have appetizer, main dish, dessert, and drinks. Okay, you don't need to know my name. You don't need to care about my name. Today we eating good. Let's go!
wow, some introduction there, man.
Let's go!
And by now, you guys should also know what team he's supporting. Of course, I'm not sitting on the right side. We also have a special guest who's in for the Arsenal trophy parade. Let's introduce our special guest.
What's up?
Hey!
Wagwan. My name is Haikal, and I'm a Manchester United supporter. What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
Aikal is back from Sydney for a period of time.
That's right.
Kel is not here. He's in the beach somewhere.
I feel like Sentosa only, bro.
Nitin must be in some stress clinic. But if you don't know by now, we are the Oddset. We've been covering now 37 weeks of Premier League football. Of course, we do miss here and there because as usual, we are not being paid for it yet. Yet. Hopefully some sponsors some deals come in for us to get it done. If you've not followed us, it's not too late. You can still follow us at the.odd.set. We are on YouTube if you guys want to watch this and Mitran's unbearable celebration and whatever else. Do subscribe to us on YouTube. Is at the Oddset TOS. So great. I've been missing for a while or so. So it's great to have Haikal here with us today. And of course, congratulations to Mith.
Congrats, man.
First
congrats,
and
man.
foremost.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Champions of England.
Long season, all banter and
22 years.
and jokes aside.
22 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this one stat today. So number of days trophies won by Aston Villa 0. Arsenal, I think 2 days or 1 day. City a number of days or so. Liverpool about 370 odd days. Manchester United now have the
baton. The baton has been passed on, guys.
The baton has been passed for
I swear, just fucking take it. He's fucking take it, bro. He's fucking hell, man. Take it, bro. Take it from me.
The baton has been passed. The baton has been passed from Mitran to these two guys over here to 720 over days. So they will be the new banter.
Let's I want to touch on it a bit, right? This problem with us not winning the EPL, I think it's gonna be tough, and I think in all seriousness, I think it's gonna take us a bit.
Don't undermine the situation. It's not EPL. It's major trophies. Okay, so it's just EPL. Stop undermining.
Ish, you gotta help me here, bro. I can't do this alone, Ish. Bro, should I just shut up or not? Come on, bro.
I think we just don't talk. I think we just shut up. Bro, honestly, we have one more game week, and I'm so glad this is done until next season, bro. Because I don't know how long how long I can take this seriously.
Hey, but I mean, gotta give props to Michael Carrick for bringing us to third. I think compared to last season, horrible season, I think third is pretty good. But don't sure. I mean, just like with my FPL record, I will be up there. We will be up there.
Season. So are you guys the new Netflix FC?
Whoa! You know now I'm not behind the screen anymore, right, bro? You know I'm not behind the screen anymore.
But right? Let's get into game week 7, game week 37. Where else to start but the Arsenal against Burnley. Okay, before we knew what happened after, Arsenal still had to get the job done. not a vintage performance, right? We might say, but still champions-elect mentality. 1-0. Mid, take it away, man. What's your thoughts on the game? Do you feel any nerves, or do you feel like the win is coming? The title is coming home.
Yeah, man. I thought it was quite premature of a lot of our majority, quite a number of our fan base were asking for that to be the game to boost up your goal difference. But I always say that don't look at football like that in that way, because even if a team is relegated or they're down, they will still want to put up a fight. They're still fighting for their contracts and their futures and all. So for me, it was a simple equation: just win. 1-0 is fine. I mean, even before the game, I said 1-0 is fine because you do have that leeway of that 2 points because City dropped points against Everton, right? So everything is in your hands. Just win your game. You win both your remaining games 1-0, so you win the title. So I was kind of proven right because of the fact that I thought the game we were not very good. We were quite poor. And I think I've said that for a lot of games this season, right? We have been poor in terms of our performance and everything. We have been poor. But what we have been very efficient in is grinding out the result, getting the result, and getting the 3 points on board. So how that outlook will change for next season, I think is going to change. Now that the line has been crossed, there will be questions asked next season regarding performances and how you're winning games. But if you're asking me to zoom in onto this game alone, I thought it was a professional performance. I thought after the one goal, they kind of shut down the shop. Defensively, I know, you guys know in our group chat, I really brag about our defense. I'm very proud of my defense.
Yep.
At the same time, I think our attack is crap. But our defense is really good. So that has been the thing that has saved us, because if you keep a clean sheet in all 38 games, you technically just need 38 goals to get full 114 points. So I know football is not so simple in terms of that equation, but that's the reality, right? If you put it into numbers, that's the actual reality. So if you keep a very tight defense, you just need one set piece, one free kick, one long throw, and you win the game. You get the 3 points. So I think that's exactly what Arsenal did. They scored that one goal from a set piece, and how poetic, right? The winning goal to
Kai
clinch the
Havertz.
title
King Kai.
is from a corner. It's from Kai Havertz. Everything that you would not have envisioned for Arsenal Football Club was how they actually broke their 22-year-old duck. So football works in strange ways, man. I was happy with the 3 points. I knew if we got the 3 points, the next game, the Bournemouth game, was very, very tough for City. Not so much because of ability alone, but because of the very fast turnaround for City. They had played 3 games in 7 days. It's really difficult. So I knew Bournemouth were fresh. So for me, it was just getting the points lah. If you want me to shout out any players, I'm just going to shout out Saliba and Gabriel again. I think the two of them, they just quietly go about their business. Gabriel is a bit more of a live wire for me. He tends to get agitated. But Saliba, my goodness.
Saliba is class.
He's so calm, he doesn't get phased. He's so relaxed on the ball. He does not make stupid, rash decisions. And those are two guys I think really deserve mention for this game. Of course, Raya and Rice throughout the season, I've been speaking highly about them. But Saliba and Gabriel, I wanted to say thank you, man, to the two of them. Like, it's what they have done is quite crazy in terms of clean sheets and everything. So yeah,
so
man, that's
Saliba and Gabriel, if you guys are watching, Mith sends his thanks. Thanks. We also shout out to Hincapié.
Show, right? Show, right? Should he? We had that issue with Havertz. And we'll talk about it. Should he be sent off for showing his ass?
I personally believe that it's better players like Hincapié show their ass and put the ass in Arsenal rather than some of the players like Noni Madueke and Kai Havertz who don't show their ass but play like us.
But bro, you got to give a shout out to Kai Havertz, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whoever he's the one that now he always gets the goal. Remember
he won the Chelsea. He scored the final goal for Chelsea.
Yeah, the Champions League finals.
He put the dagger for you guys. I think. Actually, I was talking to one friend, right? He tell me he liked Kai Havertz. And I was like, bro. No, it's not me. It's definitely not him. He fully hates Kai Havertz.
I can be very frank with y'all. You know, y'all will think that I'm biased towards Arsenal. I love all the players, but there are some players that I just cannot comprehend. Like I don't understand.
I think
But they
from
say
my
that you
experience,
need very high football IQ to understand Kai Havertz. But I'm really sorry. A player that cannot receive the ball on the turn, a player who cannot beat his man, who cannot dribble, who cannot take proper shots.
Yeah.
What do you want me to
I
rate? Like I don't know what to rate.
I'm with Mid on this
same
because
same.
I
I
also
think
don't rate Havertz on this. Like he you know, sometimes
But
we
it's
get
like,
we get a bit lucky and we get that one-off goals and stuff like that. But
it's like a manager's
Oh.
player, right? Like you see, like when he was in Chelsea, you get the start. Then Arsenal, you know, Arteta used him right for a period of time, and then I think the national squads have been announced for the World Cup. I think he's going to the World Cup as well.
for sure, yeah.
So it's like this manager's boy lah.
Also like
So,
Slot and Gakpo, right?
Yeah.
gotta take my shot, you know.
Kai Havertz,
You know?
though, do you guys feel it was a red? Of course, this is just we are just going through the talking points of this game. So do you guys feel it should have been a red card?
100%,
Yeah.
man. 100%.
100%.
Right.
100%.
I think there's no debate.
I think I've said this. I think I said this, Mehdi. I think we weren't around. The reason why we're still talking about this, the reason why there's still this issue is the inconsistency of
The refs, yeah.
right? That's the reason why people are still debating this. People are still talking about this.
You guys shared what was it? The City game? Was it Foden? Someone should have been sent off as well, right?
Right. So like I just feel that if this issue was solved or was handled in a better way and with more consistency, I think it should have been a rate for me.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. If you don't give a rate for that, what are you going to give a rate for?
Yeah. It's like above the ankle tackle.
Yeah.
But I think on hindsight, I think like, of course, everything is now we know what happened, right? But I think that if Arsenal had gotten that rate, I think the result would not have changed. I still believe it would have been a 1-0. I mean, of course, there are more. You might say Burnley will have chances and all that, right?
I think it would have, of course, put Arsenal in a slightly more dire situation at that point. And Burnley might had a chance to, I don't know, maybe do something with that extra man. But we will never know, right? You know. But at the end of the day, I still think that was the wrong decision by the referee. I feel it's a red. I mean, we all feel the same, you know, and it's clear. It was clear. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a hidden or you couldn't see or like, you know, it was pretty
a number
obvious,
of
you know.
funny things happen in terms of like ref decisions, but we will talk about all of that later. So, Mith, what's the upcoming plans, man? Arsenal have won the league. There's a Champions League final to look forward to. So now that the league is wrapped up, are you going somewhere? Are you going to catch a parade or going to the stadium?
I'm going next Thursday. Actually, I'm flying off for the Champions League. Yeah, but I didn't get the tickets for Budapest. I failed twice. I tried. And
What's the reseller market price at this moment?
5 digit.
5 digit. My God.
So my guy who always links me up with the so-called the best lobang and everything, right? I spoke to him yesterday and then he said, bro, the best I can do for you is 12,800. And
pounds.
12,800 euros.
Oh, euros.
Is that's equal to how much?
That's about Singapore, I think it's
16, 17, right?
16K lah, to sit with the Arsenal fans, because I don't want to go there and sit with PSG fans, right? I'm going to get beaten up.
Is there a neutral section?
There is neutral, but the neutral is all with the broadcasters and I think it's mainly the sponsors and everything. And even for that, the price is like 9,000, which I don't want to do also because I want to sit with the Arsenal fans and really experience the atmosphere. So
what's your alternative now?
Man. So the plan is actually to actually head to Emirates and watch it at Emirates. They're doing a live screening.
Oh, nice.
Of the game. They have like a 360 screen that will be going on. So
you're going on Thursday, next Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'm going next Thursday.
Is there a parade for the title before that, or they are saving it for after the Champions League?
So it's quite weird because what's happening is Saturday 12 noon UK time, which is Saturday 4 PM UK time, which is 12 midnight Singapore time is the finals.
Yeah,
And
correct.
the parade is actually the next day morning.
Yeah.
And that means that some of the huge diehard fans who are at Budapest will not be able to make it down in time for the parade. I feel that's quite shag lah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but either way, the reason why they had to do it on Sunday, they couldn't even wait for Monday, was because they said that the number of people that they are expecting is close to 500,000.
For the weekends, yeah.
Yeah, because I know people from Singapore, friends from Singapore who are flying in all over the world.
Are you going alone? Or are you going
No,
with a bunch of friends?
So I'm actually going with two other friends. One of the guys, he's just very new into football, so he wanted to come along with me. I said, "Yalla, bro, just tag along."
Yeah.
And then the other guy is actually a Chelsea fan, so I told
What's
him,
he
you know what?
doing
What
there?
is
No,
what is
because
his
you see,
plan there?
bro, the
What is
thing
his
is
plan
that I
there?
told him, come, I'll let you try on my medal. You know, you get a feel of it.
Wow,
and everything. Because
you quite rabak, no, you, huh? Huh?
and
Ask a
everything. And then
Chelsea
we
fan
have,
to come for an
yeah, bro, and then
Arsenal.
It's
we
a
go for
next level
night.
shit house series,
We go
I
for
said
some nice
he
kebab
bring
and
his
all.
world champions medal and then I think, bro, here's my world champions medal. But solid, man. I hope you guys have a great time
Yeah,
over
man.
there.
Yeah,
I
but
wish
don't
you all
tell
the
me
best.
all three of
Yes.
y'all here will not be supporting PSG lah.
What?
Me
Wait,
too.
confirm.
Me
What
okay, so
support?
now we are on this. Now we are on this.
Okay.
Let's get
Look at the
the
Parisians,
prediction.
guys. Look at the
What's your?
Parisians.
I saw this. I saw
See,
this
see.
one meme first. I saw this one meme that said, "I'll be supporting all English clubs in
English
all
clubs.
European
Yeah.
finals. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, and PSG."
PSG.
But now that we are already on the topic,
Um,
your predictions for the Champions League.
what do you think are the chances, man?
I think the chances are not really very good. I'll put it as 40-60 best. Realistically 35-65 in my opinion. I think it's going to be tough. We need to really be very defensively tight. A lot hinges around whether Jurriën Timber can make it back, because I don't think Mosquera is going to be able to handle Kvaratskhelia.
Also, Dembele has already been announced. He's actually fit for the game.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think Dembele is not so bad, because I think Saliba and Gabriel can kind of,
True.
kind of neutralize him. I think
Kvara is the problem.
Yeah, he's the problem, because the other side you have Desiree Doué or Bradley Barcola. I
But
think we'll play
can take them.
Hincapié for this game, because we need
Yeah.
someone who can really anchor down that play.
I kind of rate PSG's midfield, man. Vitinha.
The midfield is crazy.
Bro,
I think they're the best midfield in the world.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
pretty
they-
solid,
So a
man.
lot of it is going
Raya-
to fall on Declan Rice to really
I remember. Yeah,
How
it,
do you?
right?
But mate, if I were to ask you, right, how do you even what's your first team setup? Like, how would you set up a team against a midfield of Vitinha, Joao, what's his name?
John Neves.
João Neves.
John Evans and
Neves.
Zaire Emery.
And-
Like, how do you even
It's
who do
going to
you
be
put?
either Zaire Emery or Fabian Rui. I think he's going to go for Fabian Rui to add a bit
either
of
one.
height to the midfield.
Yeah.
A bit more
I-
physicality.
Yeah, so that in the set pieces they get a bit more.
But you cannot
height.
underestimate Fabian Ruiz, man. I saw.
Yeah,
I saw
bro,
a
he's
match.
good.
Oh, crazy.
Bro, he's good.
man.
He's good. He's really
man.
good.
Yeah.
With regards to your question, I think it's quite weird, but what Mehdi said months and months ago, I always remember that. And he said, if Zubimendi plays this game, he's going to be eaten alive. And I cannot agree more on that. If Zubimendi starts this game, I think I concede the game. Immediately I'll concede the game, because there's no way Zubimendi is able
But
to.
don't you think he will start him, because Zubi is kind of his boy, right? Like kind of his guy, you know.
But he hasn't
as
started
well.
for the last 4-5 games, right? Mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't.
So
Here's-
Miles Lewis Kelly for you, mate.
I think so, bro. I really think so, because
Ooh.
I think that you need someone who can turn and drive in a bit. Zubi can't do that. Your sideways passing and all is not going to really work, and Zubi is not really press resistant. I mean, I'm not taking a dig at Zubi. Don't get me wrong. I think for the first season he's done pretty
just
decent.
Flaws.
Yeah, but he has flaws in his game, and I don't think PSG is going to be kind to you, man. The way
the
they press
pressing.
is on a different level, from front all the way to the back. They really press in a group and very cohesively. So I think Zubimendi cannot start this game. If you want to stand a good chance, the midfield that needs to start, in my opinion, is Declan Rice, Miles Lewis Kelly and Eberechi Eze. This is what I think. You got to keep Eze there. If he's going to go for Odegaard, I think you're going to really allow you're not going to have any form of wild card or any form of live wire in that game. You need someone like Eze. And if you guys remember the Man City game, Eze nearly scored. He hit the bar.
Yeah.
And
correct.
I can't see Odegaard doing that. But I can see a player like Eze.
Remember we talked about it, like sorry to cut you there, mate. Like we talked about it and we were shocked when Arteta took him out.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
And yeah, it was just shocking.
Yeah. So I think that will be my midfield. I'm not sure what he's going for, but like what I said, I think the most important thing is whether Timber can get back in time. If Timber can get back in time, we stand a chance. I cannot say we don't stand a chance because it's a Champions League final, right? If you're so bad, you will not be there. I do agree the draw and all was very, very kind to us, but still we made it there.
You can take some notes from your Chelsea fan who has a history of beating PSG 4-0 in the in the Club World Cup finals.
Now I know what you're meaning, bro.
Predictions to give the tactics. So Ish, what's your prediction for the PSG Arsenal game, Champions League final?
You see, I don't see them scoring a lot, PSG, because how good
Arsenal
are defensively, right? So I think for me, it's going to be 1-0 either way. I would say probably PSG 1-0. That's what I think. They might get the better.
Low scoring game. Michael, what's your prediction?
As you can see from the color of my cap,
Parisian.
I gotta go PSG way because it you know why? Because I just feel sometimes Arsenal players, they kind of don't step up a little bit. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, like Bukayo Saka, a lot of people saying how great he is and stuff, but a lot of games also he never step up. So this is his time to actually show.
But there's one tough matchup, right?
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka against Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, so it's like this is the time for him to show and to actually make people shut up and like, see, I am great, So, but that's the thing, I can't see it. And with PSG being how well they have been performing in their whole season, the team that they have stars everywhere, and they're proven stars. They're not like trying to win a title after many years or whatever. So I just feel PSG kind of have it over, and they were against a tough matchup in Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm.
They did very well against Bayern Munich. Like, yeah, of course, the thriller of
so many goals.
The thriller, right? I get it, but it shows that they know how to put up a fight, and they've been doing this for a bit. So I gotta go PSG. I think there will be some goals. I think Arsenal will score as well. I think it's going to be a 2-1 for me to PSG. Yeah, this yeah.
I think, Ishmael, we are not going to let you sit on the fence. You don't 1-0 either way, 1-0 either way.
No, I said 1-0 PSG. I said 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal. I think Arsenal. I just feel, because I've seen that if he learned anything from Maresca, right? Of course, there's a PSG that was tired and all of that, right? But the Bayern game in a way is different because Bayern will set up to attack you.
They will both.
I think Arsenal will sit back and if Arteta will know by now it doesn't make sense to go head to head with them on a front foot game, right? So sit back. If it's the other day, Gabriel and Saliba are on their best form.
Yeah.
Then just like what happened against Burnley, just find a corner to score something because as much as people, I don't really rate the PSG centre back line.
Yeah, definitely.
Of Pacho and Marquinhos, right?
Yeah.
They have been even they didn't like get the League One by like a country mile. Right?
Yeah.
But they just lost to Paris FC last week. So there's there are factors we have to also consider, because you see, Arsenal just won the title, so their confidence level is all time high.
Yes,
PSG just lost a game to Paris FC.
But did they play their best? I'm not sure, but of course they also have wrapped up.
They have their own. I don't think it was a solid lineup because I think
they wrapped up much like Arsenal can probably like chill out on this game against Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah. You know, I think the midfield battle is very important. I think if Arsenal can lock Vitinha, I think Vitinha is the one that is
He'll run the show
the
lah.
agier one. I mean, I'm not saying the other two are not great. Like João Neves can score goals, no matter how short he is, he's scoring goals with his head and everything.
Headers.
Yeah. So I think if you can lock Vitinha, I think
Mm.
you guys have a very solid chance and then get that, that goal, I don't know, set piece or something. Or maybe even from open play, you get that 1 goal, 2 goal or whatever. I think you guys have it. But yeah, man.
That's a solid take, because last
Bro.
season we played PSG twice, and the point that Haikal made, right, is so good because last year when we played PSG in the group stage, we beat them 2-0 at Emirates.
Yeah.
But when we played the semi-finals, we lost to them both home and away. You know what's the difference
Vitinha.
between? No, the difference was actually Thomas Partey. Partey didn't play in that semi-finals. And when he got that yellow card against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, I kind of knew we are kind of fucked. And it comes back all to whatever that Haikal just pointed out. In that group stage match, Thomas Partey's role was actually to follow Vitinha if you go and watch that game. He locked up Vitinha in that game. And when Vitinha can't actually roam or can't actually move, you actually take away a huge piece on that chessboard, and it actually gives you a chance, So I agree with what Haikal said.
I think it's a good job for Miles Lewis Kelly. It's like a energetic youngster who can follow Vitinha. So the man of the hour, Mith, your predictions for this final.
I think I'm going to go with 1-0 Arsenal. I have to back my team here. It's going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be like, PSG smashing us 3 or 4 because over the last 3 years, actually, there's only 2 teams that we scored 3 goals against us in a game, in any game. And that was Luton Town and Man United. The Man United win at Emirates and Luton Town 2 years before that. So we will not concede a lot of goals, but we also find it very, very, very difficult to score a goal. Of course, I also feel a bit paiseh, Champions League final, and I'm telling that, hey, let's try to score a corner and win. But whatever it takes, guys, whatever it takes,
the most poetic thing.
We are not serial winners who have been winning year in, year out. Now we have won the league. Next season, we will revise and there has to be improvements. Same thing for Champions League. We've never won in our history. Who am I to come forward today? And what rights do I have to come forward and tell you guys, oh, this is how we should play. This is how we should win it. I have absolutely no rights. The panel here have 9 Champions League among us and I contribute nothing. So we have to put context. So whichever way it's done, I don't really care. Do whatever that is your strength. And in Arsenal's case, their strength is their set pieces. Their strength is their dead ball situations. I hope they maximize it. I think they'll maximize it. The tough thing is whether Gabriel and Saliba and Timber can keep that front line quiet because it's a scary front line. So 1-0, yeah.
Are we going to move on? No?
Yeah, do you have something?
So I just wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought of this. So what happened was because recently I was advised by Mith to, block all this Arsenal fan base due to, how much it annoys me as well. But, I feel Mith has always been very straightforward with us. We banter a lot, but Mith has always been straight and but I just wanted to ask this question because there was this one particular show, football show or football podcast or whatever, and an Arsenal fan called out. I don't know if you know this, Mith. And he said that Arteta is now the greatest manager in the Premier League. I just wanted to know your thoughts because here's my point, right? In that, remember we shared that photo of all the Premier League managers who won the EPL, and there was Sir Alex Ferguson, there was Arsene Wenger and everything. Arsene Wenger has more faces up there than Arteta. Yet this Arsenal fan claim that Arteta is now the greatest.
He must be too
English Premier League manager. Yeah, no, he's actually he was like,
is it?
Yeah, he was I think like a 33-year-old guy or whatever.
I heard
so I just wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought of, because I felt that this guy is a bit delusional. Fair enough, whatever, he can have his opinion, but I think he's a bit delusional because
I think even Mith wouldn't agree. Especially when you have like a Arsene Wenger in the. I mean, like take away the entire
and also invincible.
Right. The Arsene Wenger. So I think these guys was crazy.
I don't think he's delusional. I think what he needs to happen is that you need to lock him up in IMH and okay. And I don't think, delusional disorder is in diagnosis wise is for still, you got grounds for negotiation. This is like some, I don't know, like maybe it's clickbait or whatsoever. But the reason why I told you guys that, these accounts and all, because I don't really back them. I don't really like them.
Yeah.
They spoil our name. A lot of people say everyone hates Arsenal, and the reason is because we make some of these accounts in the aim of
Questionable,
monetization. They actually put out shit, and one of the shit is just exactly what that this guy has said. How can you say Arteta is the greatest manager
There's
in
so
Premier
much
League
that I've
history? Why
seen.
by winning one
There's so
Premier
much,
League title is the greatest manager? What the fuck?
so
Like
much
that.
that's going on. So I saw this. This is why we always like don't want Arsenal to win. Then there was like the Max Dowman now as a Premier League. Bruno and Steven Gerrard doesn't have a Premier League. Everything. But on the flip side of it all, we of course when Arsenal win, we are happy for people like me. I also saw this one post on Instagram whereby this mom and son. So the last time they celebrated was 22 years ago, and then now the mom is like really old already.
Oh man.
And then these are the moments that make
Beautiful
these
moments, right?
beautiful moments that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you cannot deny people of
Yeah.
this. You can deny people of stupid and illogical,
Yeah, exactly.
but you cannot deny people of
Yeah,
these wonderful moments,
Yeah.
right? You never know when the next one will happen. So I'm glad that some Arsenal fans have this at the moment. So with that, congratulations once again.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
congrats, man. Well
Thanks,
deserved.
boys.
Arsenal.
For me,
So
I wanted to just add on something. I wanted to
but
just say that for me at the end of the game, it was quite weird. I didn't really get that much joy that I was thinking I'll get all these years. It was more of relief. I felt relief. I took a deep breath. And I went into the room. I ran to my wife. My wife actually was watching it on her phone. And she just hugged me and she said that, you've done it. I felt relief, not so much for myself, but a lot for the players, for the manager, because if we didn't cross the line, I was worried about what mental block it will actually create, because it's a snowball effect. 4 years in a row, if you're going to finish second, I fear the worst for next season. So
I mean, look at how much the narrative has changed, right? If like Jesse Arteta didn't get this over the line, he would have been, you might reconsider his job and all that.
yeah,
But now we are talking about Arteta getting a new contract. Am I right? There's like talks
exactly.
about a new
So
contract. So there's this thing.
I felt that it was mainly relief, and we have to remember that this not only Arteta. Arteta has done a great job. He has put us on the map. He has crossed us over the line. But there's so many people who we need to thank. If you all could just give me a minute or so,
Go for it, bro.
Arsene Wenger, I'll always be grateful, because without him we will not be anywhere near where we are today. And I hope fans appreciate the man, because he has done so much for the football club, because of the whole financial climate that changed. When he built Emirates, he thought we will become self-sustainable. We will be able to compete for the biggest players. Chelsea came in with Roman and everything changed. So Arsene Wenger, and also the players, the current crop of players who actually have fought very, very hard. Every single one of them, they deserve it. And the last group of people is actually the fans. I'm so proud of every single one of the Arsenal fans, because we have gone through a lot, and it's been very tough. It's been very difficult. It's been very scary. But I feel happy to actually see so many people line up outside the Emirates on a night spontaneously, like singing and singing and singing until 4 a.m. I feel very happy. But it's also important to note that when we do have a drop, when we do have a dip and everything, we also need to remain the same way, because that is important. We cannot only be there when we, have the successes and all. But I guess that's applicable to most fan bases, right? And the last group of people are actually the wives and the girlfriends and the partners and all of Arsenal fans. Y'all, I think I have maximum respect for y'all, because y'all have gone through so much without even being emotionally invested or even knowing what Arsenal Football Club is. Y'all have stood by us and have gone through so much with us. So my wife always asks me, so when will y'all actually win? And we got married 5 years ago. For 5 years, I couldn't give an answer. So finally, I could. So
Yeah, I
man,
think
I'm
it
just
was
very
a nice thing. I think one of the first things that I saw after you guys sealed the title was your wife's post. I think I saw you
yeah.
reposted it and stuff, right? I think so.
Beautiful, man.
I'm glad that you guys had this have this beautiful moment. I'll be back on the head watch next season. So for now,
Oh
for
yeah. By
now,
the way, I regards to next season, this is my wild take. Number one, guys, we are going back to the old
back to back,
times.
back to back, or back to the old
No,
time.
no. I didn't say that. We are going back to the old times. Ferguson, Wenger. It's Arsenal United. It's Arsenal United next year. And y'all know, I don't just whack
I
things
don't
for the
want
sake
it
of
to
it.
happen. You know why not?
I think so. I really think so.
If
Next year,
now
I
you
don't know
just
whether Ish and
see,
I will
now
be,
it's 720 days. If it goes into next year, it's 4 digit, 1,000 plus days without the major trophy.
I mean,
but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm
A lot
just
of
I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna speak. If I speak, I will be big trouble. You know?
hands on your hearts, right? To the both of y'all, right? Do y'all think next year y'all are not going to compete?
I think we honestly we have a lot of toughening up to do. I think our squad is lacking in a lot. We have a lot of holes. People don't see it, but if you deep our squad, if you truly deep our squad, we are gonna compete in the Champions League next year, right? And with the current crop of players that we have, it's not that we can't do it, but it's gonna be very taxing. So we really have to recruit well. We really have to recruit not only well, but we have to recruit the right people. Carrick has a huge job this summer. Like he has to really plan properly. Then with the signings that we get from there, then I can say
gauge.
I can kind of gauge it and say how well we can do.
Fair.
But to be honest, if you're asking me now with our current squad of players, it's not that we can't compete. We can, but it's gonna be super tough. It's gonna be super tough. Champions, I don't think we have enough yet to be champions or to win anything. Maybe a cup, maybe I get it. But to be like champions or to win the EPL, to win the Champions League or whatever, it's gonna be super tough.
And
all the other teams in
then don't forget Arne Slot is going to be back. But moving on, so we've spoke quite a fair bit on this game. To the game that handed, we'll just talk about this game shortly. The game that handed Arsenal the title, Bournemouth 1, Man City 1. This is the result that made Arsenal champions. City had to win, but guys, for all the Mith say he was relieved, all that, right? He's lying, guys. We wanted to record this episode right after the Arsenal game. We say, guys, give it one more day, by then we will be champions. So Mith already saw that this
Called
game, we all predicted that this will be the tough game, right? It's not the game before. And just Heikel was here by then. So me and Heikel were watching the game. I think very early on we both said it was the wrong lineup.
Horrible.
Because he started Kovacic. Why you need to win the game? We're not going to dissect so much into this, but we thought the lineup was wrong. But in terms of credit for this game, we got to give it to Bournemouth.
We can't take it away, man.
Bournemouth had an excellent game.
And Krupi's goal.
What a goal.
My! This kid, someone has to sign him.
But I think we too fast, Krupi.
Too fast.
Yeah,
too
but
fast. One more season.
First season, double digit.
I think
Bro,
he's
he's
now
the first teenager. He's the record holder now.
Yeah,
The first
he beat
teenager
Robbie
to score.
Fowler at 11 goals, and now
Right.
he's in 13 or 14
Guys,
goals.
The last time we took a risk was with players like Rooney. And look what happened to Rooney.
Yeah.
I believe with what he's shown, not only just getting the goals, with the way he's played the whole season. I mean,
I feel, you know
give
what,
it a good
okay,
shot,
when
man.
it came to Rooney, right, you guys knew that you guys signed a out and out player to play right from the start,
fair
right?
enough. Yeah.
I feel like if somebody were to sign Krupi, they'll put him on the bench.
Bench,
and then
yeah. He
So I
has
think that'll
to.
be wasted.
But I think that he has it.
Yeah, he definitely
has
how
it.
how old is the fella, Krupi? 18.
Very young.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, really young.
19 lah.
But shout out to
Krupi.
Bournemouth's like scouting department, Trufe.
Oh my
Bro, the left back, bro. The left
Dude,
back
I
is
like
sick, man.
True Face. I hope we buy him, man. So
You
good.
see,
There's a shout for that,
Ismail is
right?
going to
There's
buy
a shout for that.
everybody lah.
No, but I think I think what Ish is saying is right. I think there's a shout that
For Truffle.
Trufe is being watched by United, and I think was it
I
he-
think
he
players
has-
like
he has-
Truffle are not going to leave like in one season. He just came. I don't
He used
think
to
he's
be the captain of what was the name? Rene. He used to be
He
the
was the
captain.
captain of Rennes.
Rennes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, I the whole season actually Trufe was good. Like for me, is Luis Hall is like my priority target. But after that is players like Trufe, I feel is good. I mean, who else can we go for? Krupi is, by the way, he is 19. His birthday is coming up next month, so he'll be 20 in June. So young. Wonderful,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
What 13 goals,
But
it's
for
crazy.
Bournemouth, it might be a restart because Anthony is leaving. But so now if Bournemouth had scored, had kept the scoreline at 1-0, they would have stood a shout for the last day, 5th placing. But now
Yeah.
they still have a way in. So now I read this ridiculous thing online this morning that if on the final day Liverpool lose 1-0 and Bournemouth win Forest 5-0, Liverpool and Bournemouth will have a playoff to decide who goes into
What?
the Champions League. Yeah. Who
Oh
goes?
my God. Seriously?
But then there's also the other equation whereby if Liverpool win the last game and City are playing Villa, if Villa
It's Villa.
finish 5th, then Bournemouth at 6 will qualify. It's some mad
Yeah lah, so
dynamic.
Also,
no,
if
okay,
United
wait.
lose to Brighton or something, there's another equation where I heard
Correct, there's one more equation.
United
So
lose
right,
to Brighton,
You know,
right?
yeah, correct. So right, the all has changed because of the fact that last night, shout out to Villa, they win the Europa League finals 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
now
you need
right,
that, or bro? You need us
Huh?
to lose to Brighton or what?
No, you guys are. I mean, at the end.
Why, bro?
No.
Okay, bro, let us know lah.
that's
Favor a bit or
I can ask each co-carry lah.
I can't believe
Okay
it.
lah, no
You know where you guys are next season, not Champions League. You know, if I get 1 point from the next game, you know where I will be in, not same as you guys, Champions League. So if ever you guys want to lose the game, you want to throw the game,
no lah.
you guys
Depends
worry
lah, if you
about
need or what, you let me know lah.
preparing for the
Like,
next season and
give
to cut
Eric a
down
call or what?
700. Bro, if I call you, so the 720 days is not going to be reduced any significantly.
no
What?
lah.
Just because you what favor you guys
Wow.
gonna do for us?
Bro, next year,
Wow,
like, if
wow, you know,
Liverpool
just
happens-
hearing him talk, whatever he just said the last sentence, right, makes the victory so nice, man, bro. That when he said the 720 days, bro.
Before that, I think
I
you
swear.
guys were maybe I'm not sure. This is not me taking a dig, but it was like 900 days something, right? 22
Ours was
years.
bad.
22
Ours
years,
was-
very very
No.
long.
Mentions, do they include FA Cup? Because we have not won anything for 6 years.
I don't
Cheaper,
know,
if
bro.
FA Cup,
Actually,
we
don't
win
worry
2 years
lah.
back,
You
what?
already
2
passed
years
the
back.
baton, right?
But I think we're talking about
the baton has been
we
passed.
are talking about we're talking about the 720 days is EPL, right?
No major trophies.
Oh,
What
major
do you guys
trophy.
get?
Okay,
FA
wait,
Cup,
FA
FA
Cup
Cup
is
not
what?
major, man.
When
thought
was your
FA
FA Cup?
A few
victory?
Three years
ago
back
only, what?
only.
3 years back.
So
Oh,
3
yeah,
years, how many
700 lah.
days? You tell me.
700
okay,
plus.
correct. No, fair enough. But what I mean is,
So you guys have not even won an FA Cup from then to now.
what?
Oh, you guys gave Spurs the Europa. I forgot
UK,
it.
yeah.
But okay,
Yeah,
let's go back. Okay,
Now got trophy rotation, right?
Bournemouth's
for different
dilemma.
teams,
Put
you know?
put it
I don't know
aside.
how to say lah. But
One final thing about this City game. It seems like Pep is leaving.
damn.
Enzo Maresca is taking over. How
Confirm.
do you guys see this? Apparently, people leaked out this
Baby
this
is leaving,
news,
right?
and then all this jibber jabber
Mm,
going on.
mm.
What before we move on, what do you guys make of Enzo Maresca at
Fantastic coach, man. But I think he's like,
shit, it's getting cold in here.
I think he is not at Pep's level, obviously, not yet. Because I liked how he used to set up against big teams when he was playing for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think he's damn good at it. But then, however, his team suffers against the smaller teams. Like the Chelsea team, right? They used to like lose like a cheeky like 1-2 goals like against like a lower team, but against a big team they can perform. So that being said, I don't know, like, because he did bring Leicester from Championship to the Premier League. I mean, he has a good track record lah, but he is not Pep lah. No one is Pep. Pep is hands down the best generation of this, or best coach of this generation, and by a country mile. To me lah, like whatever he has done, wherever he has gone, he has done wonders lah. So I don't think he's Pep, and they are gonna
think-
suffer. And I
I
can't
think
wait for them to go back to the days of how fucking shit they are. And for the City fans, of the new City fans, right? Welcome back to the dark ages, boys and girls.
I think right, they will be in and about the title race next year. For
They
Man
will, they
City
will.
to, there's a lot of managers right out there, like even your Xabi Alonso and all of that, right?
Mm.
For Man City to we have heard about this for a while already. That
Yeah,
Pep might
almost a
leave.
year,
And
almost
then
a
the
year on.
only
Yeah.
person that they have ever linked to like concretely has been Maresca. For them to be so sure, he was from there, right? He was like
Understudy.
Yeah,
Pep's
he was
assistant.
Understudy.
Pep's assistant.
So
Assistant, sorry.
for them to
Yeah.
be that sure, I think he's not going to shake things up at City. I think he's just going to take over and build on whatever. It's not like this Arne Slot, Jurgen thing whereby Slot wanted a totally different play style and all that, right? I think Maresca is just he knows how to set this City team up. Of course, the players are different. The personnel will be different by the end of the season. We might look at Rodri leaving. Bernardo Silva is confirmed to be leaving.
Yeah.
So it's this new crop. I think he will keep things the same way. But
I mean,
I
when
fully
you
expect
said
them. Yeah.
when you said new crop, also you guys got to remember that City players are kind of growing. They are at a point where they are actually quite stable. You know, with like Haaland and Doku. You know, Semenyo, and now they have Mark Gahey and even O'Reilly, right?
Yeah.
Nico, right? So I think I think their backbone is much stronger than Chelsea's team.
Mhm.
So I think Maresca just have to like kind of patch it up a little bit, and then
I think it's a much easier job than
Yeah,
walking into
yeah.
the Chelsea job.
I think
Bro,
the Chelsea
honestly,
Even
right,
then, he did
Chelsea one
well.
was tough.
I honestly, I think I beg to differ here. You know why not? Because okay, when you are taking over someone like, for example, Ferguson, right? When you were taking over someone like Klopp, when you're taking over someone like Pep, the one who takes over the job, it is the hardest thing to do in the world.
Fair enough.
And for which reason, I think, I mean, I'm saying he's a good manager. I'm not saying he's not. But I
Yeah.
think, will he be a success there? I honestly
I think
feel
you
the
were
first
right.
season,
Like you
first
mentioned,
season he'll be
taking
okay.
over Klopp, right? Taking over Klopp,
Mm.
what did Slot get? The title. So the mentality of this team is still there. So
Correct.
Maresca, I mean, I'm not saying they will win the title,
Yeah.
but I feel
Yeah.
like unlike
They'll
your
be
prediction,
lah,
whereby
they'll in and
going
around
into
lah.
the dark days,
Mate,
No,
what do you think?
the going to the dark days, I mean, is not for next season, but in general.
in
Like,
general,
in
the hopes
general,
of,
not next season. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
but it will take
England
2
have
years
the
for
best
them
players.
I think it will take about 2.5 years for them to reach 720 days to the dark days.
Mate, what do you think, mate? About this Enzo Maresca? I'm just gonna cut you there, maybe, but anyway.
I just think that actually, Man City, I hate to say it, but they're just a very well-run football club. They are not going to allow the club to fall too far behind. They're going to be thereabouts in it. Maresca is a decent coach. Of course, he's definitely not Pep, but I think it's going to be City are going to be there. They are not going to fall off like like going to fall off top 5 lah, or going to they're going to be the race lah. They will be the race. I don't think it will be enough to win. I don't think so that he will be able to do it. But I think they're going to definitely back him. And one thing I think I pointed out during the last podcast or the one before, they are the best club at doing transitions, bro. When it's time to let go, they let go. Like Bernardo Silva, was our club's right because of the emotional heartstring hack, right? We will actually not want to let go. Like how you guys didn't want to let go of Casemiro. Like how we didn't want to let go of people like, who is it? I don't know who, but basically players who are aging and everything, and we don't want to let go. But Man City just do it so well, so effectively. I mean, before this season, nobody knew about Nico O'Reilly. Now everybody is putting him as one of the starting left backs. Same thing to be said. For who's the guy, Doku, for example. So they basically know how to freshen things up. They know how to do transitions. They know how to keep their squad fresh. And they are very, very adaptable to be at their optimum level of performance at the most crucial times of the season, which is the running.
Fair enough.
This is how they plan their season. If they are the best planners of the marathon. So I think and let me tell you, if Maresca really goes in the opposite direction, do you think they
Sack
will
him.
think Yeah, they just sack him. They're gonna sack him. And you know, one of my friends, he's a Man City fan, and I asked him about it, and his thing was like, "Yeah, okay. I mean, like, I don't know him, but whatever. If he does good, good. If not, next one." There's
Yeah.
no like, yeah, they're just like result oriented. So
But it's
yeah,
new territory for them as well because like but what Ishmam said might happen because in the event like what you say happens, whereby
yeah,
they have to keep on chopping and changing, then what Ishmam says might happen as well because
yeah,
they've been so used to just Pep, right? But
yeah,
8-9 years, the stability that Pep brings, they would have never thought. Or even like when Pep had a bad season, I think he finished in fourth or something. There was
yeah,
no way they were going to sack him or anything, and the stability will be gone if they start to chop and change. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All the best to Pep.
Yeah,
I love
man.
him as a manager. I think he's
Inter Miami, is it? Was it a rumor or something?
I think
Inter Miami.
I think Pep will take over a
Balestier
prominent
Costa.
job. But I think like a national team.
National team sounds like
If
good for Pep.
like I feel like he can go and take over Spain. If he
Spain,
takes over Spain as a it depends on how Spain perform this
This
coming
World
World
Cup,
Cup, right?
yeah.
I think that's a shout. Or else he probably will take a break. Like he deserves
I think
one.
he should go to
he-
Italy, yeah. I think he should go to Italy, finish up the whole all
Oh
the
yeah,
major
I
leagues.
don't think Italy excites a brain like Pep Guardiola lah.
actually
That's
true.
my take. I
No,
don't
but
think it'll
like
excite
imagine he
him
goes
because
like I would like like because I think he is a fantastic manager. Imagine he
yeah,
goes to Italy, takes over like a Juventus, and
yeah,
like completely dominates the whole
Smash
league.
it.
Smash it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
they
think
even win
that's
the
going to be
Champions League
or
as
like
well.
Napoli, like because Napoli now no longer have a manager, right? The Napoli manager is no longer.
Conte is leaving, right?
Yeah, Conte is leaving, right? So maybe imagine like he got his old boys there, KDB all. Then he go there
Also
sell him for a bit.
Napoli is blue, you know.
Yeah.
Napoli is blue. He has
So
Scott McTominay all
The
the
logo
Ballon
also
d'Or.
circle like Man City, you know.
So
Well,
we'll see what is Pep Guardiola's next destination. I think break. So yeah, I think he'll take a break like before getting the next job. Much like Zidane. How long has Zidane been without a job for, and then
Like
now?
since
4
he
years,
left
I think
until
now.
now.
Uh,
4
Since he
5 years
left,
already.
right? Yeah, it's
yeah.
been a
Since he
while.
left, yes. No,
So
but
I
the thing is, they
think
are saying that he's going to be the next France manager.
Zidane,
So
yeah.
Oh,
He's going to take
yeah,
over Deschamps. It
he's
seems
gonna.
like after this.
There are
After
rumors
this,
that he's gonna take over lah. Anyways, guys, before anything, right? Before we proceed further, right? I just wanted to actually shout out to Mitran because like there are weeks where his
how many
team
times
was
you want to shout
absolute.
out? This week we shout out too much to him,
No
already,
wait,
bro.
no wait. There are weeks where like they like fucking rabak, like lose a game, but he still turned up for the pod and he still like showed
Yeah,
his
yeah,
face,
man.
and he
yeah.
still
Shout
did
out,
it
man.
throughout the whole season when they were like dominating at first. And he still haven't painted his background blue, by the way, and there's no eagle in his house. So I'm a bit
Yeah,
disappointed.
okay, speaking about the eagle, sorry to cut you. You know how scared I was that he's going to go to the final day
Oh my
because
god,
they're
yeah.
going to sell us park. And the first thing that I said on the first episode was
Episode was
about the
the
eagle.
eagle.
So the
Eagle.
same eagle might have
Right.
beaten me, so I was scared.
Yeah, so like I would just like
You
to,
don't shout out.
say
If he went to the last day
he
and he didn't make it, will he be on the pod or not?
I believe
I
I
will.
believe
I 100% will.
but-
For
no,
me,
but the
for
thing
me,
is,
it's like
it takes
but
a
I
lot. It
understand.
takes a lot to
Yeah.
be here, like even though it's like the team is not performing. So
That's why I say I'm
thanks
happy
for showing up, man.
although I
Like,
hate
thanks,
Arsenal
bro. Thank
winning,
you.
but I'm happy like when there's friends winning that means something. So shout out to that. Moving on to the next game.
This is an important game to go through.
Aston Villa 4, Liverpool 2. This victory, I no longer feel like I've come to the point where by this season, right, I don't feel like upset that we lose or upset where we drop points because I sort of expect it to happen. But this for context, this win actually cemented Aston Villa's place in next year's Champions League
yeah.
before they did what they did this morning, which is to
Yep.
win the Europa League. So shout out to Emery. It seems like if your name has Villa in it, he'll win a Europa League for you guys. So for
Yeah.
context, he won it with Sevilla. He won it with Aston Villa.
Villa.
He won it with
Villarreal.
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 So
Oh.
But he didn't win it with us.
yeah,
Because your
because
name
you
is
don't
not
have the
Us.
Villa,
Go
right?
Villa, bro.
So
Go
Us Villa.
Aston
but shout
Villa.
out to Emery because they replayed some the first thing that he said when he came to Aston Villa was he hopes to win something for them. And this is quite a major thing for Aston Villa. I think after 44 years of
No major.
the European
European.
title or something, right? They've won. So shout out to Aston Villa. This is also Jadon Sancho has another European
Back
trophy.
to back. Jadon
Yeah.
Sancho back to
Chelsea,
back. Chelsea and now Villa.
conference.
You know,
But
Jadon
he also
Sancho
was
has
in
Champions League
Champions League
final,
final for Bournemouth.
and then
Yeah.
after that he went to play the Europe Conference League
Conference
final,
League
and
for
then now he
Chelsea.
plays the
Do you
Europa.
think he's now the best left winger?
I think
English left winger.
Yeah.
I think next year he's going to go to Man U and play for you guys in the Champions League. To continue the run.
Oh my
To continue.
God. I won't be surprised though.
But okay, Mith,
I don't
you are
want
the
to
best
come
person.
anywhere near Ben.
You are the best person to ask this question. Emery, what do you feel about him? He used to be at your club for a while. And then, of course, you didn't bring about success, but what do you feel of his job here at Aston Villa?
I think it's been so good for Aston Villa, man. We can't forget the fact that he took over a team that was fighting close to the relegation.
Because of
And
Steven Gerrard.
and now they are in the Champions League, and they also won the Europa League, a European trophy, and everything. So he's a great manager. But I still stick by what I always have said about Unai Emery. Some managers are actually, they just can't make that leap to manage the
Small
big
club managers.
football institutions.
Yeah.
Teams like Liverpool, United, Arsenal, PSG, all these are all institutions. There's more than the football. There's a lot of things going on.
He was at PSG for a while, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was. And then
yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
So I think Unai Emery, some managers just it'll be harsh on me to say they fail at these clubs, but maybe I'll put it this way: they cannot excel in these clubs. They cannot reach the targets set, and they flourish in clubs that are just one tier lower, that are striving for the big prizes, but they can't reach.
Sorry,
What
His mum has left his DJ set up. Where the fellow went?
What is this?
Oh my God.
I'm here. Picking something from the floor, bro. My Coke fell. My Coke fell.
His mum's green screen has been
My Coke fell.
Exposed. Sorry, you continue, mate. You were saying.
Yeah, but I think I think you're absolutely right. I see the same thing. I feel the same thing for Iraola. Like he's done well. Of course, Iraola has not reached the levels of Emery yet.
Yeah.
But going into a big job, much like we've seen the likes of Graham Potter do well at like Brighton, and then struggle at Chelsea.
After that, become Harry Potter in Chelsea.
Yeah. Now does he? Oh yeah, he's a Swedish.
Swedish. But they want
manager.
to. But they want to fire him.
Swedish House Mafia.
You know they didn't
But I gotta agree though. Sorry, Ish.
Ish, you were saying
finishing.
Oh no. So do you know this Barcelona player called Ronnie?
Badaji.
Some like
Yeah,
that's the guy.
Indian name guy. You know he didn't get selected for the team. For the
And
Swedish
I
team.
think rightfully so. I think he will.
Why would you not
know
bring-
that he didn't feature as much in it, but yeah, of course he has all the hype surrounding him and all that, right? But
Why
if
would
you
you not
don't
bring a game
feature-
changer in your teams? Yeah, you know.
bro, if Thomas Tuchel can leave out Trent, and then
Isn't it Bellingham also?
Who
left
is
out?
Rooney? No lah.
Bro, honestly,
Bellingham-
there's a mad rumor that Tuchel is like actually dating Trent's
His ex-girlfriend.
or some shit.
What the crap?
Yeah.
But anyway, I agree. I think gotta give props to Emery and Villa for winning, even though they were up against Freiburg.
Freiburg lost 2-0. But this is I think this is
Well,
going to
you
be
know.
a common theme whereby English teams are going to win the Europa.
Yeah.
I think because
Who
our
would have thought though? Like
English
Guys,
teams,
Fun
mid-tier
fact.
teams
Fun fact,
Yeah.
okay? So I moved to my own house 3 years back. Okay, so I just had this realization that in the last 3 years, I've not watched Manchester United play Champions League in my TV.
Okay.
In my own house.
So that means
I've never watched a Champions League game in my house.
So
This is my first time. This is my first time. Can you
anthem
believe?
is going to hit different in
Bro,
Serangoon.
I
Sorry,
honestly
I
only
spoke
know
very
the
strange.
I only know the
Wow, bro,
Ah.
that's the worst music. I tell you.
It's damn boring.
Shit.
There's no feels, no.
You know,
There's no
there was
feels.
one season whereby
Rashford, the one.
Klopp didn't qualify for the Champions League. And I was
Yeah.
like, had to listen to this Europa. And I was like, the fuck is this shit?
Bro, I only know Europa, bro.
Hey, but we're not going to shortchange anything. Any club is
Yeah.
whoever that wins the Europa is still a European trophy, gets you to
Yeah.
Champions League. Even my team is not in the Champions League right now, but Villa won the trophy. And right, so we all talk about it, right? Like they have PSR issues,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
but now they so shout out and congratulations to Aston Villa. On Liverpool side though, our woes continue. I think we've been on 50 plus point for how many games? We just can't cross that one more point to get us to the Champions League.
Yeah.
But nothing new to say. Aston Villa
Mm.
completely dominated us. Aston Villa completely outplayed us. And if it was something new, I will share. But let's not waste time on that bit of where Liverpool tactically failed. We have failed like 95% of the season, minus the first 5 games where also we were not great. But Haaland's goal actually has saved us. If Haaland did not score against Bournemouth, the last game would have been nervy. Now I think,
Mm.
right, we can afford to lose. I don't think
No,
I
you
don't
guys are
think
confirm going
Bournemouth
in already.
I don't think Bournemouth are going to beat Forest 5-0. I mean, stranger things
No
have
lah,
happened, but
that's not gonna happen lah. I mean, let's be real.
even then, so yeah, Haaland's goal literally put us in the UCL, although we have suffered for a while.
Mm.
But what I want to talk about is after the game, Mo Salah released a tweet that has now become this big talking point, whereby he say Liverpool fans don't deserve it. Liverpool should play heavy metal football, which
Mm.
is what Klopp used to be, and now we know that this Liverpool side don't play that way. Certain players have liked it, so it
All your
seems
starting
like
11, bro.
within the team there's a lot of
Division.
division. I'm just gonna throw because I heard Patrick Vieira and Jamie Carragher speak about it that Slot should not start him because he disrespected the manager. If you guys were the manager, so we're gonna put you guys in Arne Slot's shoes, although you guys have better hair. Um, do you guys play Salah because it's his last game or because you've been disrespected and he's undermined basically your whole thing? Do you not play him in the last game?
I mean, Sir Alex did drop Rooney on his last game because
No, really.
yeah, he dropped Rooney
What
in
was the
his last game.
reason?
Like because he spoke up against the club and spoke up against something, he completely benched him on his last game.
Mm.
He came on, right? He came on, right?
Yeah, he came on, but he was benched,
He came
right?
on.
So that's why I don't think it's that much. You know, people are saying like, "Oh, Carragher and Vieira." What? Me as a Liverpool fan, if it happens, then because you see, Ferguson did it before as well. I mean, I would feel sad because Salah's last game,
Mm.
but you might have asked for it. So I don't know. I'm not
No lah,
sure
but
where
I think it's a bit different because you see, like at that point, this feels like kind of a mutiny, right? Like it feels like a mutiny against the manager. But rightly
Yeah.
so, isn't? But your whole starting 11 kind of agrees with you that they want to change what, right? And so now if you want to take authority, don't start him, right? It's only gonna get worse. But the problem is if you start him, right, people will be like, oh, next time I can disrespect my manager and still get away with it.
Yeah. So that is the
So
point
there's like
whereby Vieira
correct. I
Vieira
mean, they
said
have.
that
I
it's
see
not.
what they mean, but at the same time, what the thing I get from my Liverpool fan friends, right, is that they 100% obviously agree with Salah.
Yeah.
Salah is actually speaking what all the Liverpool fans are thinking. In fact, all the players in the thing are also thinking about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if today,
Mm.
right, you don't want to lose a squad completely, I think you start him. Okay, you start him.
Honestly, if you don't want to lose Ishraq completely, Ishraq will have a meltdown if Mo Salah doesn't get his final game. So Ishraq, for your
That's
sake,
not a
I
way
also
to.
hope that Arne Slot starts Salah.
Yeah, just start him. Just get the squad back on your side lah.
Because technically, I don't think we really need a result to get. I think at most we will draw this game. I don't think we will lose,
Who
being
you
the
guys are
final
playing?
game at Anfield. So
Who you
I
guys
don't
are
know how.
playing?
What is it?
Who
Brentford.
you guys?
Brentford
Oh,
also have some chance in
Brentford.
Europe.
Brentford actually are close to having a Europe Conference
Mm.
League spot, bro.
Do
They're
they
only
have
one
a
shot.
chance to Champions League or not? If it
No
extends
Champions League.
Champions League, no.
six
No.
Champions
places.
League, no.
No.
Not Champions
Okay,
League.
so the thing is, right, from until the 14th place, right? Sorry, until the 13th position, they all got a chance to a Conference League spot.
Mm.
And all these teams will be going for it, of course, more revenue, more money, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
sure.
Brentford, I tell you, is a tough team to play, lah. Especially now that
Yeah,
they're desperate for
definitely.
their first ever, like European thing.
But I think like us at home needing a result. Like I said, I'm not confident of winning, but I don't think we will lose this
No lah, I
game.
don't
But
think you guys will lose
as of
that.
a few hours ago, there are reports now that Arne Slot's job is not safe. It seems like they are going back and forth about it. So nobody actually knows now. For a while, it seems like FSG were fixed on keeping him.
Keeping him,
And
Yeah.
then Salah thing happened. And then
Yeah.
now, like with all the players, like Ishmam said, liking the post
Yeah.
and all of that, it seems like they might change their mind. But
Guess who didn't like the post?
Cody
Who?
Gakpo,
For 24 hours, apparently I was reading up, he kena bashed by Liverpool fans, rabak. Then end up he
I
liked
think
the
it's a
post,
bit
bro.
unfair. Okay, as much as
He ended up
you
liking
know,
the post, bro.
as
He
I
ended
give
up liking the post.
Gakpo all the stick, right? I think he's been a bit unfairly treated. Although, yeah, he missed chances and all. Nobody deserves a pass in this team. In this team for this season. Not just Gakpo. I think Rio is the only guy. I mean, Soboslai maybe.
Soboslai and McAllister are like McAllister deserve like nothing because he has been shit.
Yeah, McAllister has been
Only
bad. So a lot
Soboslai,
of these players. So
Virgil also. Virgil, I think
Soboslai,
Virg was good. Like he did his best with a crumbling side.
a bit on the fence about that,
I
but
think age is catching up.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
age.
I wanted to ask Mehdi,
Yeah.
what I personally feel, Mehdi, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
I personally feel that last year's title, the more I watch this year, it is more of the individual brilliance of Mo Salah
Yeah, a lot.
rather than a tactical framework or a solid plan. Because when you are relying on individual brilliance and that individual brilliance dries up, you get exposed very fast and very bad.
But here is
Um,
the thing, like when
yeah.
you mentioned this, right, is
Yeah.
why they went back to why Salah is criticizing him. Because last year, towards the end of the season where we were going to win, I think we wrapped it up or something. They asked him about Slot. He
Okay.
says he likes Slot because Slot asked him and give him the specific instructions. So he said that Slot says, if you play this way, we will win something together. And he was very, very fond of Slot. He said the tactical changes Slot makes at halftime, he has no ego. He doesn't mind. He doesn't want to just play his way. And in some ways, I thought it was a jab at Klopp. Because Klopp always was my way, press, press, press. And then he was praising Slot. So I will give like I said, I'm not going to take it away from Slot because
Yeah.
the Gravenberg at 6, he worked last year,
Yeah.
although this season he's not worked. Apparently also there will be changes and all that. But I'm not going to but of course we cannot take out Salah from last season's team and think that's a championship winning team. So I agree with you, it's a lot of individual brilliance, but if Salah praised Slot for his tactical awareness and why Salah did well, then I think we cannot take Slot out of the equation on as to why he performed well. Because the season before, we didn't win as much. It was a Klopp team. I think we finished fourth or something.
Third. The year before you all were third. No, but why I asked that is I watched that interview that Salah did last year, and it's a complete opposite to what he did this year. Last year when he did the interview, he made a statement saying that Slot gives me the freedom and the liberty to actually express myself on the pitch. And Arsenal fans, we actually tried to correlate that to how we can hope Saka improves himself because Salah said that I don't have to track back.
Yeah.
Slot doesn't make me track back, and that is what actually allows your winger to, go out, take risks, score goals, go be on the front foot. Whereas Saka is like tracking back, Martinelli is like tracking back. But this season, when I look at it, that individual brilliance of Mohamed Salah has kind of dried up, right?
Yeah.
Like what you expect, right? He's a Premier League legend and everything. So that has, don't you feel that has kind of exposed Salah, or maybe Slot, or maybe should I put it this way? Last year, Salah bailed Slot out. Again, I'm not taking
Away from
any credit away from Arne Slot. He
yeah.
won the Premier League. Nobody can take it away. What I'm trying to do here is try to analyze why has there been such a big drop off.
I think like last season, right? I think they both, Liverpool would not have won the title without one another. I think if there was no Slot, we might not have won it. If there's no Salah, we would not have won it. I think when it comes to this season, and I'm going to I feel like we should have let go of Salah last season, because okay, of course, once again now, even Robertson's latest interview, right? He said, I'm not going to use he said just too much change over he said right when we were supposed to be celebrating, we were at the funeral of one of our best mates. So with all of that, but even without that, I felt like they were really trying to bring in your Florian Wirtz, trying to bring in your Isak and whoever, right? I think Salah to some point felt like the team was moving on without him. And I think Slot also wanted to move on, because what Salah has was one more year at most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deal was, even without this fallout, it seems like the deal was for Salah to play this season and then move him on. I think Virgil van Dijk was the one that would stay for 2 years or 2 seasons or something.
Virgil had that 2-year contract. Yeah.
So I think it's a transition whereby he stopped wanting to move on to the next phase. But I think at the same time, he has left out Salah. And I think Salah, everybody's going to have ego at the end of the day, right? So the minute he's benched, and then I think from then on, I think the repetition, the thing cannot be fixed anymore between them. So the reason, like now, if Arne Slot stays, which seems like I think it's most likely that he stays. The only reason he gives me any hope is not because I have hopes in his play style and whatsoever. It's just that now we will see the team that is without Salah. There's no more. He's not forced to adjust anything just to accommodate Salah. So we can see at last what is this idea that he had to bring in all these players that.
Yeah.
But of course, with that being said, then there's always going to be, we need to spend again, because now who's going to replace Salah? All this thing, Gakpo lah. I think
Jared Bowen.
Yeah, that's Jared Bowen. I believe Bowen. If West Ham relegates, is Bowen. I don't think we have a lot of money to spend. So
He's a good player,
signing, man. Good signing, bro.
Very stable. You can play him left, play him right.
Scary, man.
Yeah.
Bowen is
Yeah.
scary.
You are not going to replace. I saw this interesting video with without going too much into it. James Alcott, is it? Yeah, James Alcott. He predicted the next profile, right? He said it's Brahim Diaz or Lee Kang In.
Ooh.
These are the two people that James Alcott literally like goes into every detail. So he said Brahim Diaz is the best fit. I don't think we have the money to buy like Brahim Diaz unless Jose Mourinho first week fight with Brahim Diaz, then kicks him out of the door. But yeah, I think Jared Bowen will be the guy to do it. So how it's interesting, whether it's Slot or somebody else, I don't know. But let's see. So
Long live Slot. Long live Slot.
I've been seeing this, all along, and then people, and I understand lah why you guys are. But then, like, I saw some people talk about it as though, like, if Slot leaves tomorrow, right, if he gets sacked, right, he's still a Premier League winning manager that beat Pep, number one, to the title, that in the year that nobody expected us, and it might work for him, because next season, nobody's going to expect Slot to do anything. Everybody's long live Slot, or we give him a lifetime contract. When he came in the first year, nobody took us seriously, and then
Yeah.
he won the league. So
In the shadows.
Fair. I mean, I feel it's going to be a very fine line, Mehdi. I'm going to be honest with you. Next season,
he's
the
going to
first
crash.
3
Yeah,
months is very crucial. And let me tell you, if Chelsea starts doing well with Alonso
Got
and
chance,
Slot
bro.
is not doing well, the fan base will turn. So
yeah.
I think the first 3 months is very, very
I
crucial. A
think the
lot of my
fan base
Liverpool
is
friends.
already turned now because they are
Bro, I
so
think
pissed off that
90%.
Xabi
Yeah.
Alonso went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, I
Yes.
think it could be another Ten Hag situation here.
But Ten Hag didn't win the league.
Yeah, duh.
But I don't understand the parallels with
What
people
I mean by
comparing
Ten
him
Hag
to
meaning
Ten
like
Hag.
Ten Hag meaning because United gave him the no not in that sense of like winning the cup, but like in the sense that you know how United try to give him more time and then after that straight away
Sack.
sack, you know, that kind of
Yeah.
After 2
situation. Not
months.
a
Yeah.
title winning side of it.
I rather think that if like we're gonna stick with Slot, right? Whatever, unless you are talking about really dire, then sack him mid-season. If not, right, if just keep him until the next season. Unless you tell me we did that with Brendan Rodgers. We sacked Brendan Rodgers in October for Jurgen Klopp to come in. So I mean, look at where that has brought us to.
Yeah.
So we never know. But if it's Slot, then I'm not going to suddenly say I don't like the idea, but I'm not going to bail on my team and say like, oh, since it's Slot, I'm not going to. A lot of Liverpool fans are doing that, like, oh, like he's still a league winning manager, guys. While the last season everybody was so happy with him, everybody was singing praises, and then suddenly this season when things
Turn.
guys, for of course Klopp's team had more points, but Klopp sent us to Europa one season. Slot is in his worst season, he's still going to qualify for the Champions League next season, right?
Yeah.
So if you
think-
you have to back the team lah. So if we get a new manager, fine. If not, that's all right. So we will move with exactly that in mind. Xabi Alonso has now been appointed at Chelsea.
Oh, so
Chelsea.
sad.
Before we
I like him.
go into Chelsea against Spurs, where Nitin has been sent to the last day of the.
Jalan.
Do you guys think Xabi Alonso is going to be a success at Chelsea?
I mean, do you guys think it would be like maybe it's not like an actual Madrid like full on situation, but at the same time, when you think back about where he was before, he had a young team at Leverkusen, right?
Yeah, right.
He had a pretty young team. I mean, of course, he had like some seniors and stuff, but I think he had a pretty young team. So I think I don't
He'll be
know.
okay?
I don't. They won the league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as in
so-
now. Do you
now,
think he will
I
be okay
think-
with Chelsea?
I think he might, you know, because it's totally a different situation. I mean, I might be wrong, and you know, but I
You're giving hope to the one Mitran friend that is following him.
no, I think no, but I think like
to London.
with all the youngsters in the team, and then
Got chance.
with how Zabi is actually coach young teams, it could turn out different.
So we had to cut off the recording because me and Heikel's AirPods on one side each failed. So we forgot also where we stopped. I think maybe Zabi Alonso. So do you guys know what Heikel feels? Ish and Mith, do you guys think Zabi Alonso is going to do well?
Depends
at
on the
Chelsea?
striker they buy lah. I don't think Liam is the one. And also need a proper centre back, which because unlike the PE teacher, right, Xabi Alonso is actually a demanding manager, a demanding guy.
Yeah.
Like he knows what he wants, and Blue Co have played an absolute blinder here because the fans are completely against them. They have been for a while, especially the past year. And what they have gone and done is bought a manager who is well known to have his own philosophy. And so they have played this card very well. So now the only thing is, will they back him for his signing? Maresca got the sack because all he wanted was a experience in the back. And he let it out vocally, right? And that's the reason why he got a sack. So we'll wait and see if they continue that pattern, means they are gone.
Just
Right,
nice
buying
they
50-year-old.
announced it after the FA Cup defeat straight away.
Yeah.
It
Correct.
was
So
announced that
they also very smart, and Xabi Alonso, as Maddie mentioned just now, having a very young team, right? I think the potential is huge for him, and they still have quality in the middle, right? They have Enzo, Palmer, they have good players. Just Garnacho, right? Like Fantastic
Alejandro.
players.
Also,
Kittens.
Reece James. They have Reece James, who's quite solid lah as well.
That one is not right back. He's B right back, bro. Because he's never there anyways.
If Reece James was in Man City, right, they would have let him go already. This is what Mitran mentioned earlier. Like,
John Stones is
we
gone,
our
right?
club, like the pull on the heartstring. Oh, he's been our servant for
I get
so
what you mean,
long.
yeah.
But then he's never like fit like for an entire season. But this season he was okay a while. But I think if he was at City, they would
You
have
got-
like sold him.
Mm.
So, Meet, your
Fair enough,
thought?
yeah.
Does the world champions, is there going to be a renaissance of sorts next season?
I think Xabi Alonso is very, very good. His caliber is there, but bro, we are you want to turn water to wine, but these guys are not even water, man. I don't know what quality these guys are
Your friend's
actually.
going to
Then
cancel his trip after he hears after he hear
he
you.
can. No, bro. I mean, what,
Yeah,
Bro,
but
you
like,
don't
facts lah,
understand.
facts.
It's a conversion
This-
trip. Mitran wants him to become an Arsenal fan. I know what's happening here.
this guy, like I don't really read the Chelsea team, to be honest. I read there's some not like Brighton. There's so many things better than them, and I think one thing, guys, we mustn't forget is they have maxed out their credit. No, in terms of financial outlay, they have maxed it out already. All
Yeah.
those big bumper deals that they've been giving out, all those $2 billion spent and everything, right? They are actually on the margins, with regards to FFP. So you will need Xabi Alonso to work with what he have rather than get what he wants and then
Signings,
make it work. Yeah. So with the high possibility that there's going to be no European football next season at the bridge, I do understand it's going to be one game a week. And a lot of Chelsea fans, they give it to the United fans, one game a week, one game a week. Okay, now it's on you. One game a week. Let's see whether you can get back into
I
Champions
think
League.
they have a
Finish
way
that.
to get into Conference League, right? I think so.
Yeah, but I think you guys will agree with me. I think that will do them more harm than good because Conference
Yeah.
League, right? It really takes a toll, and I just hate the fact that you need to play on Thursday and Sunday and Thursday and Sunday. It's quite exhausting, lah. But
Against
in
some
terms of
weird
finances,
team.
Yeah, you have to play like a team that has a
Right
train,
now, Scap School.
has a train that runs through the stadium as well.
yeah.
Right now.
So I think Xabi Alonso quite poor thing lah, because if you actually had given him the keys at the start of the Blue Co regime and given him like a significant amount of money to spend and buy his own players, it will be a bit different. But I think
Blue Co sounds like a catering company or something, or like some Indian bar, Indian club. They have like the weird name. I think Blue Co.
Blue Jays.
Blue. Maybe they own Blue Jays or something. But let's see. I wish Xabi Alonso the best because he was once our player. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would have wanted him as well. Although it has to be said that he rejected us once. I think before they got Arne Slot, it seems like that was the choice, and then he wanted to stay at Leverkusen. So let's see how it goes for them. So the game itself they had was against Chelsea, against Spurs. This was an important game for Spurs more than it was for Chelsea. Important game for Nitin as well, and they lost. Spurs lost this game 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. The last time they won at Stamford Bridge was in 2018. So I think any Spurs fan that went into this game would not, maybe they would have expected to be a bit more hungry, but not the victory. There's so the one thing that we need to ask at Gameweek 37, do you guys feel Spurs are safe or
I think
not?
they are safe, long. Safe.
Because it goes into the last game. What's the point difference between them and West Ham?
Now 2 points.
Two.
So Spurs just need a draw on the final game.
Yeah.
And their final game is?
Everton.
Oh, that's not an easy game.
Everton
That's
have
tough.
got Europe to fight for.
No, but Spurs are at home.
Yeah, but their home
Bro,
form
that's
hasn't
worse.
been. Yeah, their home
No,
form
but
If
then
it's
hasn't
away, at least.
But honestly, like ever since what's his name?
De Zerbi.
De Zerbi came in, their home like the crowd is like really backing them, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they will. I think they will turn out like crazy. So there will be the victory parade for Arsenal, and then there'll be the save from relegation parade following
For
the next day. They will be on the bus as well.
Maybe on the same day.
The red bus go past, then the white bus
Come through.
but like we wish Nitin all the best in terms of this game. Uh, I watched it in bit parts and I saw, I think, Enzo Fernandez goal. I think both goals could have been prevented, but at the trajectory Spurs season is going, it's no surprise they conceded both the goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Kolo Muani was shit, man. He was so bad.
Oh yeah. That's the problem. Like 1 week you look at Kolo Muani and then you
No,
feel
but then
like,
again,
okay,
I thought about it, bro. Because he's playing Kukurea. Honestly, Kukurea, whoever plays Kukurea, right, is
yeah,
most of the time he locks him down.
Kukurea.
Honestly, right, he is super underrated, Kukurea. I think he doesn't receive, like, because he's a clown, right, he doesn't get enough
Yeah.
credit. But I
Yeah,
think to me,
correct.
right, he is one of the best left back in terms of defensive wise. And also got offensive output, bro. Like, he is one left back I really admire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not easy to play him.
Offensive.
And Kolo Muani, even though he got the pace, right, you cannot push past this Kukurea, no, because he also has mad amount of pace on him.
Yeah.
So I think we are all in the same wavelengths that
Actually,
Spurs survive.
I kind of have a bad feeling, and I think
Oh,
Nitin
no.
feels
Takes notes.
Nitin feels G3, right? I think I said this before in the previous few episodes. I wouldn't want Spurs to be relegated, to be honest.
Who is
I
West
think-
Ham's last game?
Leeds at home.
Oh, Kel.
Oh,
So I think if it goes down to, you know, sealing your own fate, right? I think
Mm.
I feel SG3 as Nitin does for the Spurs game. It's like watching their performance. I think we watched a bit of the game. We flip back and forth the Man City game and their game.
Yep.
They can't keep this up, man. Like, I think they really have to.
they're miles off. They're so miles off. Like in terms of, okay, although now Disabi is come, they show more heart. And
Yes,
of course,
yes, that's
but I
right.
think this is the whole Disabi project, right? Is something that can start and kick off next season if they stay in the Premier League. But now it's just about fighting it out and just get to the finish line and just be safe for next season. And then I think we'll see a better
All the injured
looking
players
Spurs
are coming back and all, right?
You know when you're back into a corner, you kind of like fight harder. But when we were watching the match, it, you know, like, even though like they were trying to get the goal, but their defensive lapse and the way that their lapse happen, you can't have that when you're, you know, when you're trying to fight for survival. You know, like, if you're gonna drown, people will try to.
When it rains, it pours. I think
when
Spurs is literally the whole season. When it rains, it pours. When someone gets injured, then everybody gets injured. When they concede one goal that can be prevented, then they concede another one. So the whole season, Kel has been talking about how much he hates West Ham, how much he dislikes Jared Bowen. So the fate of West Ham actually lies in Kel's team on the last day. So it's going to be a mad interesting watch. Every game is at 11 p.m. on Sunday. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. So that's apart from the European places, the league is the champions are done. So these are the two things we're going to keep an eye on, and especially for FPL players as well, like your European chasing teams, your Spurs, your West Ham might be the way to go for this week. And next game, anybody else got anything to say about Spurs or this Chelsea game?
I wish you all the best, Nate. Spurs,
we wish you all the best.
Wish you all the best. I really don't want Spurs to relegate. It feel very weird, but yeah, man.
You also be like next season we might have to replace the Ballon d'Or session with like a championship watch if you go down the last part of then suddenly we bring him. Okay, now our correspondent from the championship, Nitin, are you there? Are you there? Nitin probably like, yeah guys, I'm here. But all jokes aside, we wish you all the best, Nitin. We wish Spurs, it's like a heritage team, right? We unfortunately or fortunately we still call them Big Six. Do they still do it anymore, or don't they?
I mean,
Or
they're
they
still considered a
change it
part of
to
the Big Six, right?
bottom six after the last two seasons. But jokes aside, we wish you all the best, and yeah, we'll move into the next game for these two guys' team. Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Before anything, Bruno Fernandes reached his 20th assist of the season.
Hey.
So he's one away from beating the record. Now he has he's equal with KDB and Thierry Henry. So guys, I'll let you guys take away this segment.
Well deserved, I think.
TT.
I trash Bruno a lot. Because I'm not, he's done so much for us. Even though I'm not a huge fan, because of his whining and all his other antics, and how he's sometimes a lot of times careless with the ball and stuff like that. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. Again, I think past few episodes we were talking about it. Man, he's pulling the team. And he's getting all these assists with a team that is not really performing. I mean, of course, with Carrick taking over, I think we've done way better. But I think I saw a video. Someone was saying, can you imagine if Carrick was at the start of the season and he could have, or someone else was at the start of the season, he playing in his preferred role instead of how Amorim was playing him. Can you imagine he could have broken it?
He could have broken it in this game as well.
Yeah,
Some of the
exactly,
players were not wasteful with the chances, right?
Apart from Bruno, I think maybe some of our players, with regards to this game, already started taking their breaks. Definitely not Casemiro. Casemiro was solid that game.
Casemiro last game, going to Inter Miami, it seems.
Yeah.
I think he faded off I think last season, and then I think this season he's had a remarkable season.
Yeah.
Again, I think he's just being played right. He doesn't look as tired anymore after the 60th minute.
Yep.
So what do you guys feel? Is it would you guys have wanted one more season for Casemiro?
No lah. I mean, for me, I think it's when it's time, it's time. Like for example, we gave Harry Maguire another year contract, which I get it, but at the same time I don't get it. Like why this? But at the same time, we understand that we have two young players in Euro and Heaven, right? They're very, very young, for which they need a bit of guidance from those mature players and international players, right? So I understand that part. That one more year contract to me is fine. But Casemiro, his wages were really too high already, 350k. And in the Champions League, once we get a Champions League, his pay increased by another 15%. So that's the thing, right? So essentially, we would have paid him around the ballpark figure of 24 to 25 million for the whole year, just on his wages, So for that, as important as he is, because that one game he didn't play, we completely looked like lost. But at the same time, I do not think that moving forward, having to play 2 games a week, right, we cannot be relying on him lah. But at the same time, shout out to Casemiro, man. Like the way he was a 4th choice midfielder when Amorim came in. Amorim didn't start him, right? He was starting Toby Collier, who's on a loan right now. A lot of other players, Ugarte, everyone got their chance except for Casemiro. But he kept his head down, a model professional, stuck to it all, and got the farewell that I think he deserves. I don't know whether you guys watched the game. You can see the fans and him have this very special connection. To be honest, the last person who had this kind of connection with a foreign player, who had this kind of connection with the fan, is probably Ole. And after that, no other player had this kind of special connection. Although he had just won 2 or 3 trophies in United, right? But he had won 5 Champions League. But at the same time, when he came here, he only won Carling Cup, where he scored the header against he scored a winner against Newcastle,
right? Newcastle.
And then the FA Cup. But even then, you can see that although he just did only 2 trophies, right, he has a lot of respect and a lot of admiration from everyone. I remember when he first came, I was like, wow, so excited. The general is here.
Same, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And the first season, to me, he was a player of the year. Although Rashford got it, but I
Oh
think he
yeah, I
was
think
player of the year.
Yeah.
That
he had a
was a
good
personal opinion.
campaign.
And then slowly the next season, we started to drop off because Ten Hag was playing him in a system where he was left exposed, right? And he had no partner. He was playing him as centre back. He was just doing everything with him. So obviously he didn't perform well, and then the confidence dropped. Then he gained weight, but then he fought himself back. And for that, I can speak. I think for every United fan, like we will miss him so much. But I don't think the 1 year contract we should
Works.
engage. Yeah, we shouldn't engage because it's time to move on. And he also knows. And he is a kind of player who will always leave the club on the high. Like when when he left Madrid, everyone was like, wow, clapping. Then when he left United, all of us also like, wow. So he's that kind of player. He had an interview with Rio Ferdinand. I don't know whether you guys saw. Like he was talking a lot about how United is. He was talking about Michael Carrick as a manager and all that, and like Carrick deserves a job and all that kind of thing. So he was advocating very hard for Michael Carrick. So which to me also gives me a bit of confidence, lah. I mean, this guy is a winner, right? And he's leaving, so for him to back the manager. Actually, Haikal, right? Just now we were mentioning something about Bruno, right? Like, kudos to him, lah. And he could have had at least 40 to 50 assists if we had a decent striker at that point. Sesko only started performing, I would say, only this year, or like right before Amorim was about to leave. But you see, the fact that he played in the
Bro,
6, right?
It doesn't all go in 40 to 50. You think who KDB was assisting? Kevin De Bruyne was assisting Sergio Aguero in
Aguero,
front,
bro.
who was
No, correct.
prominent. And that
Yeah,
City
but I'm
team,
saying
you
we
cannot,
didn't
now
have-
you're okay, 40
You're
to
saying
50
from figure of
assists.
speech, right?
No,
Or
I'm figure
you-
of speech. No,
No.
I'm saying figure of speech. You see,
Figure of
we
speech,
didn't, we didn't have, we didn't have a,
But
we didn't have a
almost shut
proper,
off this podcast.
we didn't have a proper striker to help him. You know what I mean? We didn't have like
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
up front to.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Because, but you see, the fact that he played at 6, right? I don't know whether you notice, Haikal, ever since he started playing under Carrick, right? He's been a bit less wasteful of the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
He has been
Yeah,
less
fair enough, yeah.
wasteful. But you see, this happened because, right, he was forced to play in that position where he cannot be wasteful as a 6, right? In
Yeah.
that position. So I think all things had led him to the player he is right now, who I think is like this is the best version of Bruno we are seeing. Where he's not wasteful. He's popping up in places where, defenders can't track him. He's popping, he could like what do you call it? He plays the pocket very well, like he pop up here, pop up there, right side, left side. So I think
Exactly.
like all
So
that
just to cut you a bit, exactly what I said. His first season at United was
so good,
amazing
right?
because that
Yeah, it
was
was the
what he
6
was
months.
doing.
Yeah. So now we have allowed him to do that, but now that Casemiro is gone, if you're just talking about the game perspective, right, it honestly was a dead rubber a bit. But at the same time, we wanted Bruno to reach that thing, his 20 goals. And you can see the moment he got his assist, right? Wow, every player run towards him, even Mbeumo.
Yeah.
Because everyone is so happy that he got it done. But he
I
was
think
like,
Onana
no,
wanted
this
to
not
run to him from Turkey.
Speaking of Onana, right, and what you talked about earlier, right, you guys need to sort this thing out. I don't understand why you guys giving pay rise because
we don't have a choice.
you get into the Champions League.
Contract, what?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a
contract.
Yeah, but
It's a contract, no
why do
choice.
you give? Because you see now players like Onana is going to get a pay raise.
Yeah, because it's no choice.
Mason Mount is going to get a pay, but it's not in everybody's contract. I think it's a
It's only
contract
some of them. It's
that
some of
should
them
not
contracts.
even. I mean, if you
Only
give it
some
to like Cunha or these new players, right, it makes sense.
fair enough. But
Now
I mean,
people like
it was already a
Onana is
contract.
coming back and
No,
then
so
getting the money.
the fellow will be wasting his time away at Carrington until the last day because he's still getting paid.
You have
And
to
I
look
can
at
see
the
that happening.
chronological order. Sorry, bro, to cut you. You have to look at the chronological order. The Onana signing was way before Cunha and Mbeumo and everything.
Yeah.
You must think about at the point of time when pen was going to be put to paper. You think
The belief
Onana just played probably one of the best
campaign,
goalkeeping performances
Seasons,
for
yeah.
Inter Milan,
Yeah.
and Champions League finally. So definitely you're not going to go and sit on the table from a Man United point of view and say, hey bro, I'm not going to put in the clause. You're going to put it because you want to get him into the club. And I'm sure all United fans were happy with the signing at that point of time.
Yeah.
But just that it didn't turn out like how we expected it. But at that point of time, we cannot revise the contract, you see.
Yeah.
Just cut the contract and throw it.
Guys,
on
I
the
just
table.
received a notification saying Casemiro to miss
Onana.
Brighton game. Carrick
yeah.
confirms departing Man United midfield. will not, the midfielder will not be
Yeah,
involved on the last day.
it's been going on for the whole day. They
But
mentioned
it's
that
been
Casemiro
confirmed
already
lah.
played
So
the last game.
we saw
Before
his
we
last
move
game.
any further, guys, does Bruno Fernandes break the record? Well, who's your last
Yes.
game?
Brighton.
Brighton away.
Okay.
I say yes.
Confirm. I say yes also.
Yes. Mith.
Um,
I'm gonna say no.
well, yeah, I'm going to go with yes lah, because Brighton will come out and play, and you know Brighton, right? They like to
Yeah.
play on the front foot. It's going to
Yeah.
open up spaces. Bruno, I think, will break the assist record.
I
Because
think Bruno
Brighton
does it.
United have nothing, okay lah, minus this record to play for. Brighton have something to play for on the last game. I think they'll go hard
Yeah.
on the last game because the Europeans
Brighton will,
places
so I
are
think they'll
still
give us
there.
a game. I think there's some players, I think some youth will get chance. And you know when they come in, they're going to give their best. That's my belief lah. Ugarte
Yeah.
is definitely not going to play because he
For
has
what?
been
You
iced out.
should
He
say
has been iced
Ugarte
out.
and youth.
No, as in he's been completely used, iced out by Carrick. Completely. Like, bro, he's rather start Mason Mount at a CDM position over Ugarte.
Then
It's like a
Ugarte.
clear message like, I don't want you in my club, so be gone. So now here's the
Yeah.
thing. I was just mentioning to you guys during the break we had just now. So the most important signing we have to do is to get 3 players in the midfield. Why do I say 3? Because next season we're going to be playing in a lot more competition, right? So the
Yeah.
marquee signing to me, I'm split between Tonali or Elliot Anderson. What do you guys think? Who would you guys
I just
rather
read
get?
this morning that Elliot Anderson, it doesn't matter who is the manager next season, Elliot Anderson is going to City.
Where do you read this?
I think it might happen. I think if they move Rodri on, right, they will really go all out on it. If
No
Rodri
chance,
leaves, I think that's where they are going to go.
I think Rodri will not. I think Rodri will not leave.
But Rodri is
I hope.
high on Jose's list, it seems. Mourinho is taking over the Real Madrid job,
I mean,
right?
there will be this what did they call it? The effect.
Yeah. Who
Do
moves?
you have a
guys-
price cap? Do you have a
For-
price cap from a United point of view? How much? What's the maximum?
Okay, so basically, right? So Marinakis apparently is asking north of 110 million.
For Mr. Marinakis.
They're going to quote the Declan Rice price. They're going to
Correct.
quote the Declan.
And the
They're
thing
going
is,
to
right,
use that as a benchmark.
you know, when you guys signed for Declan, when you guys signed Declan Rice for 100 million, right? All of us, we were like, okay, he's a good player, but we're like, what the fuck? What kind of price is this? But look
But bro,
at him now,
they
he's a cornerstone. He's a
spend-
cornerstone
they-
of.
needed to spend one for that particular season. Their gap was one player spent on Declan Rice, as in for the midfield. If you are talking about 3 midfielders and you want to pay Mr. Marinakis 110,
I'm
then where's
willing
the
to
It's
rest
not
of your-
feasible.
I am
where's the
I
rest of
am
the
willing
budget?
I'm willing to give him 110. You know why? Because if you bring this one Elliot Anderson in, right, him and Mino can run the midfield for the next 6 to 7 years, easy, or even longer.
I feel that I think for me personally, I think Elliot Anderson's move, right? It's not that it's not great or it won't be great, but I think if you look at the price and you look at what's happening right now, Tonali seems like the more obvious choice for me because he's going to be lesser, right?
Bro,
And
they're gonna ask for 100 over 110,
for
like 10
Tonali?
million lesser. Confirm 100 million. They bought him for how
No,
much?
I don't think Tonali.
I don't think so,
you can-
bro.
You can't go.
I don't
100.
think so.
I'm
because
telling you, Newcastle, a hard club to deal with.
yeah, okay, fair
an
enough.
escort
But
club.
I don't think it's gonna be 100 million because you know why? For me, right now, the most important thing is for us to have more players in the squad. So if we ban on one Elliot Anderson,
And if it
right,
doesn't work,
it doesn't work because you know why? If you think about it, if you look at it this way, Tonali has equally as good passing as Elliot. Maybe Elliot is slightly much better than him. But Tonali physically and Elliot is almost the same. Now, if we have Tonali, we have Mino who can do that passes and can do those dribbles and Tonali can be the rock in the middle and let Bruno do his thing. So I feel that Elliot Anderson deal is not that it's not great. It's just that it's gonna be so tough on our finances. And then you gotta think about all the other signings that we have to make. And you gotta understand, we don't only need midfielders. We might need a spare left wing, right wing. We might need a spare wing backs. Like we need spares left backs or right backs. These are
Bro,
all very
finance.
important.
Okay, so now, right, finance is not an issue. And I can tell you why.
No, I
Okay?
get it. But if you're
No.
talking about spending 110
Yeah,
for
how much do you
Elliot,
think? How much?
and
do
then
you
you're
think
gonna
No, wait.
spend 110 for Trufe or I don't know. I'm just shouting out
like you
names or
see,
whatever. It's
like, okay,
crazy, bro.
it is mad, bro. But you see, the outgoings that we have already been triggered. We are going to make 100 plus million from our outgoings itself, you know.
Hoyland has been sold, right?
Hoyland,
Hoyland has been
Rashford has
sold.
been sold. Rashford also.
Rashford is
Yeah.
going to be sold. So that is already around, okay, Hoyland was 35 or 36. So almost 70 already. Then we will be selling Ugarte. Maybe he goes for a packet of crisp for 5 million. Or like Lays or what, you know, 5 to 10 million.
75.
I think people will definitely pay 10 million for him. Lah. Like, how can you not pay 10 million for a Premier League player?
Is anybody gonna pay for Dalo?
So let's say for Onana, they give us 1 million, okay, or whatever. We have outgoings. Then the Casemiro, the fact that we are not re-signing him is another 20 plus million, as I was mentioning. So our resale money has already been there. Champions League money, but playing in third place, we are getting additional 100 million for the season.
I think it's bad shit crazy for you guys where you guys are year one of Champions League to go and run it on.
I feel the same way
I
too.
like Elliot Anderson.
I
Don't get me
feel
wrong.
the same way too. Dude.
I think he's nowhere. Okay, when Arsenal signed Declan Rice, right? Let's face it, he wasn't like a one season player.
Yeah.
He has played for a while. He won something there.
Yeah.
He won the Conference League, right?
Conference, yeah.
Yes. He was in the England main picture for a while already. 100 million. We are talking about Elliot Anderson, who's had this. This is a very remarkable season. Don't get me wrong. He's
Amazing
had
player as well. Yeah.
remarkable season, but to put him anywhere 100 million is crazy. Unless you're telling me that if he goes on to the World Cup and then which
I tell
itself
you,
will be
we
another problem.
cannot let him go to the World Cup before signing him. You know why?
No,
not?
bro,
Because once
Mr.
he goes to the World
Marinakis
Cup,
is a smart
and
guy.
once
He
he
knows
starts-
that
Yeah.
I know.
if he goes to
Yeah.
the World Cup
I know.
and he
His
does
stocks are
well,
gonna
his
go up
price
only.
goes up.
Also
that's the
talking
issue.
about this Elliot Anderson thing and Tonali, it could also be Baleba, you know.
I don't want him. I don't like. I don't want Carlos Baleba.
But if you think
So
about
that's
it,
the
In the
issue.
words of Kel, Baleba is a wank.
yeah, but
No, he is.
but
no,
if you think about it, Baleba is in the talks and is in like kind of
that is what makes me angry because you know how much we're gonna pay for Baleba? At least 70 to 80 million.
yeah.
I don't
Which
think
I
the
rather
price is that much
I rather
now.
pay for
No,
Tonali
right?
though.
No, bro. Okay, if you are paying 70 to 80 million for this stupid Baleba, why not pay 110 for Elliot
See,
Anderson?
meet how the thing has changed. They were they wanted him so much last season. Suddenly now they're calling him stupid Baleba after they were the one who made his mind like clouded his
No, if it's bro, I will
And
not.
the second fella, I am a Baleba fella. Man U fan, right?
Yes.
You see? So
after all the Baleba now.
No, but I think it was based on that season when he was doing well. But after seeing this season, I think Baleba is really like
It's shocking, man. Like
shocking.
I don't want him near my club.
Comparing him from the previous season.
What's wrong with Tonali?
I don't see. I like
no,
Tonali.
I am okay. No, I have the
like
question.
Tonali.
I actually asked you
Tonali's
guys
price
once.
is not going to go up because he's not going to the World Cup.
And also,
He's 26. Tonali is 26, and you must understand
experience in the EPL as well.
Experience in the EPL. He has got a lot under his belt.
He's got
And
Champions
you must
League
understand
experience.
the biggest factor here, guys, is for Elliot Anderson. There's a shark sitting at the negotiation table with you, Man City.
Yeah.
There's a shark. You can have all the funds in the world, all the Champions League money, everything. You go to the negotiation table. They are going to be in pole position.
I
They
feel
literally
like
can.
this is going to be a Florian Wirtz, Ryan Shirky issue. One of them is going to overpay for Elliot Anderson, but the other one will go and buy Tonali, and then Tonali will be the better signing. Is either Man U or City, right? They either way, one person goes the other way, and then the cheaper signing will feel like the better signing.
For me, sorry, I think I just want to kind of age it for Tonali a little bit for me. You know why? Because I think he's more experienced than Elliot. Not saying that Elliot is not good, but he's more experienced. So coming into a team with a mix of like, you know, new into the Champions League, having his experience is going to help Mainu. It's going to help all the younger players who are coming back or going to be a part of the team. And I don't think Elliot has that right now in his belt. That's just how I feel.
But either that or he influenced everybody to bet bet on games, then everybody
Correct.
becomes.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
but
fair enough
like,
lah.
don't get me wrong. Tonali is a top player, and I it's either between him or Tonali one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me also, I also my case for Tonali was, in fact, I was more sold on Tonali than Anderson. Then until like
What is, sorry, I just want to cut you. Why don't you just buy the big three? If by big three, I mean Elliot Anderson and Wharton
Tonali.
and Scott Parker. What? Scott Parker?
Parker.
Yeah, who's the
Alex Scott.
Alex Scott, sorry, not Scott Parker, Alex Scott.
I like Alex Scott. But you think Bournemouth gonna let him go for cheap? How
No,
much
of
you
course
think
not,
they're gonna
no,
ask for
bro.
Alex Scott? At least
all
60s?
youngsters.
I'm
all
a
still-
fan of
No.
I'm a fan of Elliot Anderson, like the way he plays, right? But anytime is anything above 60 or 70 or anything
He's
above
gonna be
70.
100, man, for sure.
No, as in yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Marinaki is going to set a price,
Yeah,
right? I
for
think
sure.
for anybody to go and bite the bullet and say 100 million here for Elliot Anderson, right? It's crazy, yeah.
But the last time we had a player from Nottingham Forest who were on the brink of relegation, the rest was history lah.
Yeah, but the last time was Alex
Yeah.
Ferguson,
Who is it?
bro.
Roy Keane,
Roy
bro.
Keane.
Roy Keane, bro.
Ron Keane.
But
Oh, wow.
when you guys paid that, how much do you guys buy Roy
Wow.
Keane for?
He was the most expensive signing lah at that point.
Cheap, bro.
He was like 16 million or something. Was it? Was it like
no, bro? He was like one,
Not
2 million
16,
only.
Oh,
1,
1
2
2
million,
million only. Yeah.
Right, so that is
but
where
he
I
was the
feel
most
like
expensive.
but of course, it's the end of the day, it's your money. I think if you guys spend and then it doesn't work, I'll be more
The
happier.
thing is, honestly, I've given up, right? Because I was so vexed over the last 4-5 seasons about stupid finances, right?
Mhm.
I go and fucking calculate all this, waste my fucking brain. Then I realize it's not even my fucking money. Let them
Yeah.
fucking spend. I don't give a fuck whether my wage bill is the highest. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
This is the problem when people, this is what they say in life, right? Like when people get the money, then they spend it like without thinking, is what you are talking about
I
now.
mean-
Then when you save, when you know the value of money, right, you be like, cannot sure I
Bro,
spend.
I know my value
It's
of
a
money.
life
Let
lesson.
these fuckers
No, but I
die.
think I understand where you're coming from. Which I think that the temptation, not temptation, but like it's now very tempting to when you look at United, because we got back the Champions
Yeah.
League. We have a promising.
You
like,
guys definitely have to
manager.
spend, lah.
Yeah,
Bro, you have to
so
spend
it's-
money to make money.
Correct.
You
I
have
get
to
it.
spend money to make money.
Yeah, correct. So I think it's now people are looking at it, oh my god, United is now looking like a much more stable. It looks nicer to go to. But I think we have to be smart with our signings, bro. Like I think it's very
No lah.
dangerous for us to
But-
not have any like debt. Because it's even
Bro,
if you
the
look at
budget. Sorry, bro. Sorry to cut you off. But
No,
the budget
yeah.
given to the midfield, right, for this season is 200 million. The budget given
mm.
to rebuild the midfield for Manchester United this season is 200 million. So if let's say worst case scenario, right, we go for Elliot, that's 100, like at least 100 million. The example, if they ask for 100, then we get an Elliot Anderson. You see, now we still have a leeway, right, to buy 2 more players. One, it's either 50 million or 60 million, 40 million. Like, for example, like, I really want Matheus Fernandes if West Ham get relegated. He has a release clause of 42 million. Okay, let's say we give another 8 million to Mith. Please stop aiming him, please. Okay, let us get something.
I before sorry for cutting you. Before I was going to talk about this guy. I will take him, bro. 30 million. Like he's
Bro, I
Yeah,
will
I
take
more
feel
than
like
enough as
that
a
is
I
the
will
signing.
backup.
So exactly. So like, okay, then let's say 100 million for Elliot Anderson. Then we buy this Matheus Fernandes for 40 million. We still have 60 million to play. Then let's say, okay, you cannot get anyone. You want to get an Alex Scott. So now you have Alex Scott, Matheus Fernandes, Kobe Mino, and Elliot Anderson in your midfield. What's there to...
Bro, this
Whoa. Bro, this one
now
dream
at this-
small,
now
bro.
At this point, right, it's starting
Wow.
to sound like Monopoly.
Well, you want Alex
They're
Scott
playing
also?
Monopoly money.
Huh?
They just throw in.
no, the Alex Scott thing-
Here's what I think, right? Here's what I think. Having Carrick as the manager is gonna kind of help to fight for. Let's say if Elliot decides between Man City or Man United, I think Carrick is gonna age out, and I think it's gonna help Elliot decide. Right? I think Carrick has that the edge over Man City because of Maresca is coming in. Elliot probably being English and stuff, but I think the most important thing, right, is whoever we get, right, has to we have to improve overall the whole team overall. If right, I tell you, if I whatever it is, I can guarantee you, Marinakis he's gonna
toughest
He's gonna
guys.
throw a
The
bomb,
New,
Yeah.
new
and
Daniel Levy.
now we're talking about 110 million, right? But this bugger being a how gangster he is, he's gonna make it worse. And he knows now he have two of the biggest clubs or two of big clubs going for him in Man City and Man United, and he knows we got money, right? Just like you now, we know. I think that is the dangerous part for me if we are going for Elliot. So we have to work it out properly. I think United have to work it out properly. Make sure that whatever signing it is, if it gets too much for Elliot, right? I would forgo that. I think we have to be more sensible and go for. I read more players and there are a lot of good players
I mean,
who
too
do not
many
cost that.
also, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a
so many.
lot of good players that do not cost that much. So I think that's the scary part.
My
you know?
hot take is right. Elliot Anderson is going to stay at Forest at the start of next
Ooh,
season because he's going to be
And
so priced out that people
nobody's scared.
will
no,
not.
but one good thing is that Elliot saw how we gave a farewell to Casemiro, right? He was at Old Trafford. So
True enough, yeah,
I don't
fair.
know, lah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will that influence his
Or
decision?
also
Maybe
Bruno
not.
was like talking to him as well. We don't know.
Then they
Let's
one of
see
the
where
fans,
does
one of the fan
Elliot
asked,
Anderson's
yeah,
future
We'll see,
lies.
we'll
bro.
see.
One thing that
I
is
mean-
for sure is Michael Carrick is now the permanent manager for.
Haven't fully announced.
I think
Not
it's
yet.
like 3 years
Not
contract.
yet. Yeah.
But
Oh, is
No,
it?
not yet.
it's like just like how they spill out that Pep is leaving lah. So all these things are going to happen. How they have already said that
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho is going to stay getting a 3-year contract
Yeah,
at Madrid,
yeah.
right? So it seems like Carrick is the guy. Happy with it
Mm.
going into next season?
Yeah, sure, man. Like, I'll back him, lah. I'll back him.
Michael,
Like, I think
your view?
the important thing is getting results, right? And not playing like bad football. I think his football, certain games is bad. But the rest of the games against the big teams, I feel they play well. Even the last
Yeah.
game also, we had so many chances. We are creating chances, and I think I will back him completely. And as usual, lah, like I just hope it doesn't become a Ole situation, which it might. But at the end of the day, I know like Carrick is the kind of guy, he understands the weight of this shirt. He has worn it before. He has worn everything on this with this shirt, and he understands the pressure that comes with it. The staff that he has, Steve Holland, Woodgate, and Travis Binion, these are good. Like they are. I don't really rate them, but at the same time, I feel they have instilled this discipline, and I don't know. I mean, when I see United play, right, I don't feel like sad or like depressed. It's always like a fun time. It's like, hey, we are playing well, but defensively very leaky. All this will, I hope, with a proper preseason, will be addressed. But at the same time, I was mentioning to you guys, if it's not Luis Enrique or like your Nagelsmann, right, I'll go with Carrick because he is the only one who understands what it takes to wear this shirt. He has been in and around the club for 20 years now. So yes, I'm very happy with it. Let's just go and see what happens.
Boy, your
I think I told Hafiz in our group chat. I was saying, at least United they are actually bearable to watch now. We are actually attacking, we're getting the goals. You're watching Bruno getting his assists. You're actually seeing our strikers, our wingers scoring. So I said that to Hafiz. I'm like, at least now I can actually watch a United game. In saying that though, I'm always very reserved with new managers, whether it was, it's a club legend, someone who's been there, or it's someone new. I think, but at the same time, Carrick has shown that he can get the wins. In half a season, he got the most points out of all managers. So I think that is a pretty mad thing to do. I'm actually this time around I'm as normally I'm reserved, but this time around I'm slightly feeling a bit better. I'm still wary about it. I'm still wary that things might go south, just like with Ole and stuff like that, and things when it was happening. But I think in preseason we'll know not in preseason, sorry. In the first few games we'll know how you go in the new season. I think I'm still very wary. So I'll back him. I'll back the club. I'll back United. But we with new players coming in, we'll see how it goes, and then then I can probably know how I feel about full on. I'm happy. At least we have that kind of stability and like, we know what we want, mentality and attitude going on right now. But I'm just very careful, that's all.
Ishmam knows what he wants. He's throwing the money at everybody that comes his way. Like in a strip club. He has 100 million for Elliot. 100 million for Elliot Anderson, 60 million for Alex Scott. Then he saw the not pretty one come, stupid volleyball. Then you want to keep back the money. But on the back of everything Michael Carrick has done, I think it'd be a bit ridiculous if he wasn't given a chance.
Yeah.
I think if they had got rid of Carrick and then brought somebody else and then it didn't go right, then you will always be wondering like
what could have happened.
What could have happened?
Yeah.
Carrick did a good job because on every he passed every test, right? Of course, there's going to be shortfalls in games where tactically, but he's gotten you guys to the Champions League. The amount Ishmam said, the amount of points that he's gotten over this period of his tenure, right? So I think it's worth the.
Also, can I just say something? Because people, a lot of United fans are still, or not a lot, but like a lot of people are still saying like, United is not playing good football. I think I beg to differ. I think if you watch all our mid-season games when Carrick was in charge, that's how we used to play, man. Like a lot of times you watch the football, the counter attacking, being less on possession and moving the ball forward. I think that excited me. That's why I say it was very bearable to watch United. I was so happy to see them, we getting goals and our attacking was quite nice. We have
the transitions are quite fast.
Yeah, and we have players celebrating, like Cunha celebrating, surfing, and it's very nice to watch. So
he added a new one, right? The swimming. Then after that,
he surfed. So it's nice. So I don't think Carrick ball is bad. I just feel like we have to be wary a bit. He has to, it still takes a bit of time for him to show and with the new incoming signings and stuff. So I think United have been playing amazing football for that half season. And it's been nice.
I think a lot of patience also needs to be, and time will need. You guys
have to be patient. You have to be patient. Look at Arteta, right?
Because
it's 6
think
years.
about it, because now, of course, playing the league and all of that is one thing. You guys are bringing players from Wolves into Champions League, Brentford into Champions League. So it's all new to a lot of players. Even if you get your Elliot Anderson, right?
Yeah.
It's like Forest player into Champions League. The year one, who has the Champions League experience? Maybe Bruno.
Yeah.
Maguire and Shaw. So it's for a lot of these players, it's new. Dalot.
Unfortunately,
Dalot has 0 losses when he starts, right? His mom.
Yes.
You wanna give that fact, his mom, that fact that I drew to you.
Diego Dalot has not lost a game this season where he started as a right back. So he has played 14 games. He has not lost a single one. 89% pass accuracy.
Salute to the lucky charm. That's why maybe you guys are keeping him, because it's a lucky charm for you.
Even Casemiro was saying like he's part of the leader group, right?
Yeah.
But I think they should all just fuck that and get rid of him. Like I think just seriously get rid of him.
Just imagine the lucky charm. You guys get rid of him.
What lucky charm, bro?
Results become
lucky charm in front of goal miss. Shoot until Kapak D. I saw the ball fly until Kapak D, bro.
But like how we talked about Kai Havertz, right, earlier. At the end of the day, these guys are the ones that help you cross the line. Like whether you feel they are part of the, like Luke Shaw, as much as he's been like, we feel like we should have, he's played almost the entire campaign, right?
Yeah.
And then World Cup season so you also know
he missed like just a few games.
So shout out to everybody that brought them to the Champions League, including the manager Michael Carrick. Shout outs to him as well. And the outgoing Casemiro, if you are listening, Ishmam says he's going to miss you guys.
Salute, brother.
Salute, Mr. Casemiro. If you're going into Miami, just send my regards to Messi. Along the way.
Was it me trying to say, do you want to say something, Mith?
Yeah, bro. I just want to say that I just feel that the lens that we as fans view the game is quite different to the lens that the managers and those who are there view the game. We need to take that into consideration. Today, Nagelsmann, who I rate very, very highly, came out and made a statement saying to Kai Havertz, on the pitch, you're outstanding, incredibly important for us. Stay healthy, clear your mind, go for it. You have everything we need to win the World Cup and have a top scorer up front. Havertz is planned as the number 9 in attack. He's expected to play if fully fit. This is Nagelsmann talking, not only Nagelsmann, Thomas Tuchel, Mikel Arteta, all these people rate him. So I think what we need to understand is, as fans, we want entertaining games, right? And Kai Havertz is the antidote to entertainment, right? He's boring. Now, but the matter of fact is, entertainment is not equal to efficiency/results. Not all the time. Only some managers are able to achieve that, like Klopp and Pep. But
Luis Enrique also.
Luis Enrique also, yes. But in a lot of times, what we want as fans, so if I allow you to go into room A, and room A is going to have lots of goals, lots of attacking play, and room B is going to have very little goals, lots of defensive play, lots of out of position formation changes, movements, defensive, very, very defensive. You're going to go to room A because you're going to say, hey bro, I paid the money for a good money. I want to enjoy and watch goals, man. But I just don't think managers look at it that way. They are like, I'm going to grind it out. I need to find a formula that is sustainable, something that I can actually adapt to. So that's why I feel that
because
with
these
respect
managers are not paying the Starhub bill per month. So every month,
exactly.
that's why we want to be entertained, because football is not cheap. So that is why. But I understand. That's why we talked about it earlier, right? Kai Havertz is it's a manager's player. It's a manager's player. Like we might look at it like, what does he bring to the table? But every manager that has him, like, starts him, right, for that reason.
I'll tell you the difference between the two, right? If you play entertaining football and end up not crossing the line, you'll still be forgiven. But if you play boring defensive football that try to grind out and you don't cross the line, you will get slammed. So it's which poison you choose. And you just got to ride or die by it. So I think Carrick has to find what works best for him. Next season is going to be very different. There are going to be more games. It's not good. They're going to be different formidable oppositions. Opponents are going to come to Old Trafford and they're going to have that. I'm not going to say exactly like Ferguson, but it's not going to be like
easy, right?
It's not going to be easy. They're going to set up differently. They're going to allow you guys to have the ball. The last 2-3 seasons when Arsenal went to Old Trafford, I as a fan expected us to be dominating you. Next season when I go to Old Trafford, I'll be like, you know what, guys, hold back a bit. Drop the line a bit. Okay? Allow them to drop the line a bit. Don't, because they are fast. And we saw what they did at Emirates, right? We don't repeat it. You see, things will change. It'll be a completely different context.
That's why I also said like earlier, that's why the signings are so important this summer. It's very important to have that stability and to make sure we maintain that level of playing every week. And now we have more games. Oh man, I'm still worried. I'm still
exciting time,
but
right?
It is.
Welcome. I think like for a place like Old Trafford, I think the Champions League.
We wanted to get back to the Champions League, man. We needed to get back
has
to the
to be
Champions League.
played at a stadium like Old Trafford, instead of the how many years you guys listening to whoa. So
I want to at least get past the group stage, please.
Yeah, it's not very easy, but English teams have been doing well. So I think you guys might be okay. Although that's not my wish.
The league stage.
No, it's league stage. That is not my wish. I hope you guys get dumped out in the early rounds.
Come on, man. At least the playoff position.
But shout out to Man United. Massive improvement. We will not be talking about them because sick and tired of hearing about Manchester United today. No lah, kidding. But shout out, man. Really great campaign. Let's see what happens to Man U next season when they're back in the Champions League. Excited to see at least nowadays. Like next season when we wake up, maybe they might be
friends. Got more friends to watch together, right?
And then they will not be putting us through the agony. Next season, if we are doing this, we can record on like Monday night.
This season was a good watch, man.
Because they will be, we want to round out games, then they are playing Tuesday at 4 a.m. these guys. So next season when they Champions League, we will have no longer have that. So moving on, just touch, Kel is out on a beach vacation because he's safe. Leads are free already. They are just kicking back, putting their feet up, wearing the beach hat and some shades. Leeds won, Brighton 1-0. It's a game that Brighton needed the result, but didn't turn up. Dominic Calvert-Lewin with another goal. Quickly to touch on
What
it
a
is
signing, man.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin the best signing of the season.
100%. It was free, bro. He's free, man.
Free, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
My
it's not.
God.
We can't even say pound for pound because he didn't go for any pound at all.
Precisely, man. What a signing. I
And
think he has
shout out
single-handedly like catapulted them.
medical team also, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He was so injury prone that Everton let him go for free.
Yeah.
And then he's played almost like every game that I've watched.
Anton stuck
Oh,
his leg that rabak the ankle. Within 2 weeks he started playing.
Black magic.
Like what is going on, man?
He's a black
Some
magic.
Leicester level black magic, yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to Leeds. Shout out to Sunderland as well for having a good run. The only burden were Burnley for coming up and going back down straight. Who's coming up next season, guys?
Ipswich are coming up, and then we have Coventry.
Ed Sheeran,
Coventry are coming up.
Leon Dublin.
And the playoff finals, actually Southampton was supposed to play Hull, but the decision has been made. Southampton have been actually kicked out of the playoff final. So you Southampton fans, you guys can suck it. Alright, so Southampton fans, y'all have been kicked out, and also a -4 points deduction next season for Southampton.
For this,
Yeah, so
okay,
yeah,
Mith,
so
for people who don't know,
Spygate.
Mith, tell them what's happened, like in summary.
So these Southampton guys are so
Spygate.
dumb. They went to spy on not only Middlesbrough, but a few games in the championship last season. Not only one incident. A few clubs have actually now reported them for spying. And they, when you spy on someone, right, at least like try to mask it, lah. Like try to, make yourself not obvious or what, right? This guy just went and iPhone, and then he went out like that, and then he just stood there and then took a video. Like, what the hell, bro?
What
Like,
lah?
So he went to
use
somebody's
your
training ground to record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video.
Correct. So
Wow.
it's a very sensitive issue because the Middlesbrough coach actually put it out very nicely. He said that so much of time is spent when he goes back home, when his children need him and everything. He can't spend time with them because he has to go through tapes and tapes and tapes of opponents' matches. And then you have people like these who just bypass that whole thing and just take a video of the direct training of your opponent. So I think it's a very good penalty that they have imposed on Southampton.
So
And
the
I would
playoff
like to
finals between Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough will play Hull City.
Okay. I hope
And
Middlesbrough wins.
I would like Middlesbrough to come in. And I'm not sure whether now we have to find out that whether this Southampton have spied on our training before the FA Cup quarterfinals. And if that is the case, I'm kidding, lah, guys. But
Man, that is a bad thing for
but
the Saints.
but
The
exciting,
Saints
man.
doing devilish stuff, huh?
The Saints, yeah. I mean, but it's exciting. All the teams that I'm hearing now going up. Oh my God, these are all legendary teams, man.
Yeah,
oh
Coventry.
my God. Ooh.
Yeah.
Sky Blue, another Sky Blue team comes in.
Yeah,
Coventry.
The better ones.
See this fella. Only for them to get relegated next season. Because once Ishmael set his eyes on something, they're going to get relegated.
Why? Who I said my eyes on got relegated?
Spurs.
Oh my
Spurs,
God.
bro. You don't want to start this. I think the other notable results that we had this week are Newcastle 3, West Ham 1, which is why now West Ham go into the final game needing to win and also needing Spurs to drop point. And also shout out for another eventful game, Brentford 2, Crystal Palace 2. Shout out to Oliver Glasner as well. Last season won the FA Cup. This season
Leaving,
he's in the conference finals and he's leaving. So
Is it tonight?
shout out.
The finals?
No, bro, next week.
Next week.
So that's why I found the Europa timing
right?
very weird.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
was-
played this week,
I
but
didn't
then
even know until I woke up, man.
conference
Yeah, same.
and then followed by the Champions League. So
I see.
all the other finals take part once the season is done. So
Hmm.
that's that. So as usual, before we wrap up the episode, we pick our teams of the week, goal of the week, player of the week. So let's start it off.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add on. Phil Foden is not making the England squad.
Oh,
Noni Madueke is expected to get the nod over him.
Oh, nice. More
But
good news,
Mad, ah.
man. That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah. That's why,
that's
bro,
good.
bro
That's
really
nice.
so let me
hope he has a very good World Cup, gets his value up,
just
and then
imagine
Yeah,
Madueke is the Premier League winner and then Champions League winner and then World Cup winner.
I mean, but also Noni has got to buck up as well, lah. You know,
Yeah.
Only has got to go lah, bro. That's the only thing he has got to do.
bro, that's all he has to do. He has to go, bro.
They don't have the
He doesn't have to bulk up. He just
don't
has
have
to
the players. Just as well earlier, Harry Maguire has been left out of the
Yeah.
So
England
disappointing.
squad.
Hope England crash and burn, man.
And you know, the
Full
players,
pitch.
the Arsenal players were doing their celebration. You know, they were watching the Bournemouth Man City game, right? So when
Yeah.
the final whistle went off, they celebrated, right? This Noni stood on a chair and started singing "No Time for Losers." And you know, he kept doing that. And then I was like, brother, do you know how much you put us all through this year, not brother?
Bro, let him celebrate lah. Okay, once again, he's also part of the winning team that crossed over the line. This is why it's sad sometimes, right? Like, you know, you have some good players along that don't get to cross the line. But then
Yeah.
Madueke, although he's not like your starting 11, there's a period whereby Saka was out, right? So whatever contribution, although I know you kept your mee goreng or your fried rice away because he came, but he started in the
Do you
run of
think he
win.
starts for any of the 20 teams in the league? Tell me which team he starts for.
Chelsea.
65 million spent.
Chelsea. Sell him back to Chelsea, bro.
Bro,
Oh
but
my.
honestly, do you guys see that the Joao Pedro got left out and this
Yeah,
Martinelli was included? What the hell, man?
But
I
I
was
think
like,
they don't
they
have
want
the
to die or
cover
what?
for Vinicius. Like, you cannot put Joao Pedro. Okay,
Yeah.
just say
The
Vinicius.
cover for Vinicius was
Yeah.
Cunha.
You have Cunha, what?
Yeah, Cunha. That was the cover for Vinicius. Or now I don't know how he's gonna play, but it seems like Cunha and Vini is gonna
Bro,
play
Pedro-
together
But this
Pedro to
World Cup,
me is one of the
Oh.
best strikers when he's in
right
form.
now.
And honestly, yeah,
if you compare
he's
him
in
to
form.
but
Richarlison, yeah.
it don't work for certain.
Richarlison got left out
certain
also.
No, I don't know, but I mean he's
You know
way
what they
better
were
than
saying?
Richarlison.
Okay, Neymar was a PR move. Apart from Neymar, they said like Ancelotti has used Joao Pedro in a number of
Mhm.
games
And they don't
leading
work out.
up, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I read.
then it's only right that if he doesn't feel this player
out,
doesn't work out, then
Yeah.
leave him out. Why waste the space?
Okay, we'll talk about this in the World Cup section where we will have.
No
Guys,
Luke Shaw also.
you guys
England, no Luke Shaw.
Really? England is not bringing
Luke
Luke
Shaw-
Shaw?
No, he's
Luke Shaw
not.
didn't make
No, he's
didn't
not.
make the cut.
So he will.
Onston just posted.
So
Bro,
now you
confirm
guys
bad,
share it first.
Side bet.
Again,
Next game he won't play. He will
Brighton.
injured. Side bet,
Because he was
confirm.
selected. So
Confirm.
yeah, let's round it off with the team of the week for you guys. My team of the week goes to Bournemouth for also helping to wrap up Arsenal's title, and also what a great performance. That aside, they showed up against City, man.
I gotta give it to Aston Villa. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's a good
But
shot, man.
It was they played very
I
well.
think, yeah.
And then now winning again, so for me it's them.
Bro, this one not Europa League.
Yeah, I'll also go with Villa, man. 4-2, dunked on them lah. I think it was a good
True.
performance by
Meet your team
Yeah.
of the week. Arsenal,
Team
of
of
course,
the-
because they won the league. But apart from that, do you
No, based on the game week, I have to give it to Villa, man. They didn't actually. They could have just decided to put
They
all
could
the
have
eggs in one
rested,
basket.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
decided to actually stratify the risk and do that.
Go for it,
That's
yeah.
And
commendable.
and had more energy and everything, although they know that the final. Oh, so special shout out to Victor Lindelof. He's had a
Oh my
fantastic
God, yeah.
Europa
Yeah.
campaign at the six.
Now he has 2 Europa League titles, you know.
Then you guys should just save money and sign him back.
Oh, please,
Like-
no. Okay.
What do you
Okay,
mean?
your
What do you mean?
goal of the week. That will bring the European champion experience to your team, bro. Okay, your
What
the
I can see Ish is starting to lose it. He's like, he's like
Go for it.
looking.
Who's your boss? Goal of the week.
Nah, okay, your goal of the week, guys. My goal of the week
I'm
was
going
for Enzo
for-
Fernandez.
Okay, I'm going Krupi Junior.
Kau dah tak ada? Dapat aku kat juga.
Mine also gotta be Enzo.
I'm going with Krupi, man. What a finesse. I love it.
Kopi, nice. Yeah, what a finish. And
Sent me to the heavens.
lastly, your player of the week, guys. I'm going to give it to Carl Darlow, the Leeds keeper. He had
Keeper.
amazing. I watched the highlights of the game. Right? I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, he was
He made 7 saves. Out of, I think 4 of it were in the box. Crazy. They kept a clean sheet because of him. So shout out. We don't really give recognition to keepers, right? So,
Except for me, bro.
Yeah.
My favorite Robin Roos. Okay, maybe he should go to United as well. Huh? Sign up. You sign everyone, right? But anyway, for me, I gotta give it. I'm a bit biased. This week, I think I gotta give it to Casemiro. Last home game.
Fair shot.
It wasn't a horrendous. It wasn't a bad performance. He played very well. He was very solid. Put in a lot of important tackles. So it's Casemiro for me.
For me, Bruno, man, like he created 8 clear chances in that game
Wow,
itself.
nice.
So it has to be Bruno.
One
It's
more
not
game
like those like Lanchao chances. It's like literally like say you through
Yeah.
1-on-1 that kind, then our players will miss lah as usual.
hit the post. And meet your player of the week.
Mine is I don't think it's a very popular pick, but I'm going with Trossard actually this week.
Trossard.
There's a reason behind it. I thought he played much better against in the West Ham game, but this game he actually put in a shift. Trossard actually divorced his wife and is separated from his children. The day before the West Ham game, they decided to release it out to the media and
Somebody say he,
basically
he went for lunch with Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's true, but basically, they decided to publish it and everything, and even with all that, he has been putting a lot of shifts. I won't put him in the bracket as Sylvan Wiltord or Freddie Lundberg, but Trossard has come in clutch for us several times this season. And I thought, again, he did really, really well. I was quite sad because at the Burnley game, after the game, everyone had their family and were walking about. He was alone actually. I don't know any context or what, but to actually go and use the personal life of someone to try to gain an edge in a media. I mean, we know British media, right? You know how it works. It's yeah, but I wanted to shout out Trossard.
So shout out Trossard. If you're hearing this, we wish to send you love and light your way during this difficult time. So Trossard, if you want to be a part of the show, just let us know as well. And lastly, before we, as usual, we go through this Ballon d'Or. Every week we pick somebody to give like the worst manager, the worst player, the worst whatever. So I'll start off first. I think for refs in an entirety, I would have given it on Gameweek. The few things that I would like to call out refs for: number 1, Kai Havertz's red card wasn't given. Number 2, the referee that went to the screen and still incorrectly awarded Man United with a goal. And then number 3 is also the Man City game. All these things have repercussions in the league. The Man City game at 6 minutes added time. Man City scored like in the added time. There were substitutions or something, but in 20 seconds, the ref blew the whistle.
Yeah.
So I thought that was.
We felt it was.
Yeah, we were
like, what?
Right,
like it's done.
I mean, if it could have not led to anything, but like if it led to something, then these have repercussions. But shout out to like. Nobody complained much, but all of these decisions. Yeah.
But they get a lot of decisions their way, bro. They get too many decisions. You know, the Bernardo Silva one, he just stood on the floor and punched out. Usually lifts his hand and punched out. And whose leg was that? The Brentford defender one. It's just that Man City is not a big club. Like we don't they don't have that vocal a fan base. So we always choose them as our easy, safe option. I think it's common understanding that the refs are just. They just make ridiculous decisions all year round. My take is that it just evens out and all. Anyway, my Ballon d'Or is actually Kai Havertz for that foul.
Oh, okay.
And I think he could have jeopardized our whole season with that stupid foul. It was unnecessary. We were leading. We had Emirates. There's nothing that's going to happen, and he decides to just do that. So it's quite dumb, lah. And yeah.
Is your Ballon d'Or?
For me would be Roy Keane, man. Like I do not understand. I do not get it. Like he started to throw a bitch fit about Bruno Fernandes. He says he made everything about himself. Who cares about assists? It's so cringe. Why is he asking? Like
Roy
whatever
Keane.
he actually Bruno had a post game interview where Bruno said that he he doesn't bother about these things as much, and Roy Keane completely changed it and said in the interview he said all he cares about is his assist, and he started
Do
rambling
you
about
really
him for.
think Bruno doesn't care about the record?
Of course
Do
he
you believe
cares.
so?
No, he
Yeah,
cares.
exactly. Yeah,
Obviously.
He's aware of the
No, he
record.
does. He's
because there
aware.
were
No,
times where he could have
no,
shot,
because
and
no.
then
So
he's trying
okay,
to find.
exactly.
He's
Actually,
definitely aware of it.
what he said was there are times where I could have passed, but I shot instead.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the game, he took a few shots, and that's what he said. So Roy Keane went on and said that he said that there are many times I could have passed. Yeah, he
I could
completely
have shot my
terbalik.
past instead. Yeah.
Correct. So he completely took it out of context and he started bashing him for what? You see, it's such a good problem to have, right? And it's such a unity in the team. But your teammates want you to score a goal, assist a thing, and everyone you see like they are fighting for like one cause. How is that a
Yeah.
bad thing? I understand that when you were growing up under Sir Alex, whatever, this is not the kind of things we were chasing. But look at where we are now. It's time to understand this is the reality. So why are you harping about? And week in, week out, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Gary Neville are fucking bashing Michael Carrick for what? I do not understand. So for me, beginning of the season, my first Ballon d'Or was Gary Neville. I don't know whether you guys remember. First ever episode. Because he
First
chatted
Gary
some shit.
Neville, now Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
Roy
I think
Keane
it's
and
damn
Gary
stupid.
Neville, if you guys are hearing, just know that Ish is not happy with you guys. You guys can also come on the pod and then let us know if you agree with him or not. And finally, Michael, your Ballon d'Or.
My Ballon d'Or for this week is Arsenal winning. No. I think my Ballon d'Or has got to be City. I think they were bad that game.
Mm-hmm.
But also because they've been with Haaland doing his look at the camera, with their fans doing the bottling
And then
and all that, and then not bringing it.
And then
but
bottling.
but also because when we watched the match, they were really bad.
Yeah.
They were really bad in
But
the
they're
match.
tired,
So
right?
yeah, and Bournemouth played them. So it's got to be Man City for me. Again, congratulations to Arsenal. Nothing against Arsenal. But you guys deserve it. So yeah, man, it's Man City for me this week.
All right, there we have it. We've wrapped it up. And lastly, let's go through our FPL table. If you guys are not aware, I mean, you guys are aware by now. Like, it's what, 37 weeks already? How are you not aware? If you're not aware, means you're not listening until the end. If you're not listening until the end, means I'm not going to ask you to unsubscribe because we need subscribers. But try to listen until
How many subscribers do we have now?
until the end. I think like about 140, 150 people.
Let's
So
check it out.
our FPL, as we mentioned at the start, whoever finishes top will get them next year's jersey. At the moment, Mith is at the top of the
Oi.
Premier League and the FPL League. So we are going to buy you the jersey, but I'm not going to get you the Champions patch or what. I don't think.
Wait. Are you sure he's going to get it? It's still, there's
Oh.
still a
Yeah.
chance.
There's a chance. There's no chance.
Who is
30
catching up?
points. There's
And now
no chance.
second is now I'm a believer. Brandon Cole,
How many
Hey,
points
Brandon.
is he behind?
2,200.
He's 30 points behind, no chance.
Mid is at 2,257.
How many points?
30
30.
points, no chance.
Bro, you never know. In life, you never know.
Bro.
Does he have a wild card left? You never know.
Bro,
No, nothing.
bro.
He has
and
nothing
then,
left.
And then Sean Tobin Ish, your friend,
He's in London now celebrating.
his game.
Yeah.
Is at 2,212. We might never know. Bro, last few weeks I was at 22. Now I'm 17, bro. I told you I'll be up there, man. Come on.
It's going to hurt whichever way I'm going to contribute to this jersey because
Oh
if
my
Mid
God.
wins, I have to buy the Arsenal jersey. If the
Man, you just.
Brandon wins, I have to buy the Man U jersey. But shout out to each and every one of you guys
Yeah, man.
that join our league. We hope to do this again next season.
Amazing turnout as well. 33 teams in our league. That is crazy.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, and every week we are trying to outdo each other, but you guys outdo us as well. So you guys outdo most of us lah, minus some of us. Kel, I remember had a very good start, much like me, and then we are just nowhere to be found at least at the top 10. But I hope we can make it to the top 10
Yeah.
by the last week. It's still up for grabs. Right. So with that, we've come to the end of this long episode. If you've been with us from the start, we really appreciate it. If you are not here, means you're not listening. You guys suck. to the people that are not listening anymore. But we will be here again one more time for this Premier League season.
It could be a
Yeah,
special.
it
It
could
could
be
be
a-
a special.
it could be a special episode because by then maybe Nitin no longer has his Premier League status. But yeah, we hope to round out the final episode with every member that's been on the, of course, not every member because we cannot get Ishraq to suddenly come and stuff. We also have like budgeting and need to figure out how to get it done. But
That's
before Heikel goes back to Sydney, we hope that we can get all 6 of us on the pod for one last episode.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So with that, we'd like to congratulate you again, Mith. One more week.
Congratulations,
And
man.
Hey,
I
congrats,
can't
man.
wait for episode game week 38 means that's the last you get to brag on the podcast before the season refresh.
Thank you,
But-
boys. Thank you.
but
Thank you.
it's been a great
Before we end,
Yeah.
I wanted to say that thank you for the support. Thank you for the hate throughout the season. I like to listen to these guys. I actually vent out all my frustration. I tell them whatever that I feel because I feel that it's good. Like
Yeah.
the
Therapy.
feedback that I get and also what I hear as from a non-Arsenal point of view is most of the time legit. So I'll hope that Arteta also gathers a lot of the feedback. We need to work on things and yeah, man, let's go next season. Oddset season
in
2.
the wise words of Rajinikanth before we leave, the one that loses today wins tomorrow. So
No,
we hope
the one that
applies for
wins today will win tomorrow.
so with that, we hope Nitin's team wins the next game because it's very crucial that his team. So it's exciting time both at not at the at the top of the league, but Champions League position and everything else. So we will be here again on the last after the last game week,
Yep.
and who knows, we might be here for the World Cup as well.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
We might be here
It could happen.
for the World Cup.
Could happen.
So until then, it's North London forever. My name is Maddie.
I'm Haikal.
Ramesh.
And the champion Mith.
Mate, see you guys.
North London forever.
There's no song, bro.
No song.
The voice is gone.
Oh, I should have just stopped the recording.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Ciao.